Don't mind me. I'm just over here napping. It's fine. It's totally fine. Just a little quick nap before stream starts. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, definitely wasn't just like sitting here resting for a second. No, totally fine. Totally fine. Hi, happy Wednesday, y'all. Welcome on in. Aren't you all excited for our first ever nap stream? It's gonna be great. We're gonna. I'm kidding. I'm awake. I'm so awake. So very awake. Hi, how are we doing today, my friends? Welcome on in. Good to have you. I was just gonna vibe and listen to the music, and then I was like, oh no, it's been 5 minutes. I should probably start the stream soon. That's kind of the thing that we should be doing.
Nice to meet you.
Pink shirt. This is kind of like a pinky red. It's like really soft red. I guess it's kind of pink, yeah. I don't know if it's more pink or like soft red, but it's one or the other. But it is how it goes. Watch out. Last time you've been saying I'm awake, the stream died. True. I'm very asleep. Then the stream won't die. That's what it is. Jordan, doing well today? Doing well. I'm pretty good. I'm a little sleepy, but I'm good. Husky, what's going on? Spotter Yeti, welcome on in. Just woke up. Definitely need a nap. Yeah. The best time for a nap is right after you wake up. Ixie Pixie, hi. Welcome on in. Peach, kind of a little bit. Simsy, what's up? How we doing? Hello. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Welcome on in. Good to have you. Be sure to click that like button if you haven't already. I very much do appreciate it. Dire Kestrel, thank you for the 26 months at tier 2, my dude. I really do appreciate it. And Cappy, thank you so much for becoming a member. And SS Love with the 26 months. Thank you so very much. Appreciate it. Hope you're having a beautiful Wednesday as well. Bigfoot, thank you so much for the 2 months. Appreciate that, my friend. Also, Fristy with the 4 months before stream even started over on the Twitch side. Thank you so much if you're in here. I appreciate it. Let's turn the music down. It's probably a little loud. Probably a little loud. Let's bump it down just a little bit. Have I been today, dude? I've been so I've complained about it all since Monday, but I've been so tired. I don't know. I feel like I'm out of it. I think it's like allergies are really bad right now, and that's kind of making me just a little like bleh. I normally don't get allergies, but this year they've been kicking my butt. So it's the way it goes. Mallow, hi, how we doing? Lovely to have you. Yentl, thank you so very much.
Well, there you go, 37 months. And almost a 24 months on supporter server.
Ooh,
_fWhip
wow, that's crazy. 2 years on the server.
_fWhip heart.
Thank you so very much, Yentl. I really do appreciate the 37 months at tier 2. That's really kind of you. Thank you so very much. Lovely to have you. You're rocking the 3-year tree now. The blow tree looks great on you. Elena, thank you so much for the 9 months.
fWhip.
At tier 2. And Chinook with the 28 months. Thank you.
Pleased to meet you.
Hey, Man on Fire, thanks for stopping by. You have going, all right? Enjoy the work day. Hopefully it's a good one.
_fWhip.
I've been overly tired since Monday too. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Yesterday was beautiful here though. It was 75 outside Fahrenheit. Oh, it was so nice. So nice. It was the first day though where I was finally just like, ooh, I'm kind of starting to melt in my office though, so I gotta be careful about that one. That's the way it goes.
Hello. Hope everyone has a great rest of the week.
Did you see Dyers during the beginning of the stream? Dyers, what did I got Dire Kestrels. They got their 26 months. I got them right at the start. We got so many 26 monthsers coming in today. Phantom Zone, thank you so very much for the 14 months. Thank you. Have a good rest of the week yourself too. Last week of college here before finals week. Ooh, it's coming up. Almost summer break. That's fun. Good times. How are we all doing? It's a going. My friends on YouTube, click the like button if you haven't already. We got 400 people in here. I'm awake. I'm so awake. Yeah, 250 like. I'll wake up as stream's gone. It's fine. It was so warm even well into the evening time. I know I was just like soaking up all of it in the evenings and everything. Oh, beautiful. Took the dogs on a walk yesterday morning without even needing a sweatshirt on. Oh, very, very excited. Alrighty, shall we look? I've been busy. I've been doing busy things. I'm doing very, very busy things. I've been doing a lot of planning. You know what? Before we get into here, let's go check out the planning world. I'll show y'all. I'll show
I
y'all
love
where we're going.
everyone here. You've got an amazing community, fWhip.
Alright, Castle, thank you for the 100 biddies. I appreciate the support as always, my friend. If stream lags a little bit, I do apologize. But I've been doing some planning. We got all this planned out over here too. I actually want to redo a section of this because we're not going to get to building this today. But I need to do a little ore block, and then we can do an and in here. I already did this morning. I just need to do it again. That, and then we're going to go with angle, and we're going to go with 50, and then we're going to change this out to grass, and then ore, and then I can also do this as dirt. And then we're going to go with our paint tool, and we're going to bring in some snow. I just forgot to do this this morning before stream. And then we just need to start painting in snow for the peaks of these mountains. Is yes, we are moving into doing mountainy things. Some of this along the back, I'm definitely going to be changing out. So this is just kind of temporary. Let's also go with here and go with green. But we can do just a little bit, right? This will be fine for now. We'll figure out how we want to bring it all in a little later. But a lot of this over here is going to be where we're really starting those snowy spaces. That's all there. Okay. Cool. I just forgot to do this, so we can do it real quick. So the way I've been doing the mountains, I'll do it. We'll do a creative stream soon, like working on expanding these, going farther back. But you can see a little base glimpse of how I've been doing these. I've been taking that super sphere tool in Axiom. So you go into shape here, and then there's sphere, but then there's also super sphere, which is, we can just get rid of that. We don't need that right now. But basically the way I'm doing it is just a right click in here, light gray concrete, and then I've just been crazy like cranking up the width on it, so it's like really here, and then changing the exponent up so it's really boxy, and then using these and just kind of distorting it a little bit by changing the angle, and then blocking these in for like a rough shape of where I want it to be.
Hey fWhip, got any T0S on what to build in my forever world?
So it kind of comes out to here a little bit like that, just for an example of one going in. And then we do that, and then I bring in the rock tool and do a bunch of layering and everything like that. So that's kind of the way I'm base shaping out these things, and then it's turning into this absolute mess of a mountain over here. But it's been pretty fun. Axiom is working in the newest version. Yeah, it's been working great for me. Let me save this. This schematic's huge. It takes a second to save. Nathan, thank you so much for becoming a member. Got any tips for what to build in my forever world? If you got a forever world, make sure you have a story leading into what you want to build next. And that story can literally just be, you know what, I need a place to get a lot of wheat from, so I want to start making a farming village. If you're having a forever world, there's definitely times to get bored and things like that, but just make sure you like keep expanding you want to keep expanding the world. You don't want things to be closed in. So if you're bored of the area that you're working on currently, go start a new section or something like that. But yeah, that's a little quick glimpse on how I've been doing all these things so far. What we're going to work on stream today, we'll see how much we can actually get done for it. But I want to start placing in a lot of the mountain over here. So the plan for this section is kind of into here. I've divided up into 4 mini schematics, so I'm not loading the entire thing at once, because that would just kill my computer. So we have this. We're going to be working on expanding out from there, and you can kind of see a lot of those big boxy shapes. I might, as we move back in further, might need to start changing things up. Maybe we get some dirt first, and then we'll do all of that. Let's do the dirt along the base. For that, though, we need to come into here, need my stick, and then I need to load up on dirt. And we're going to go into here. Oh, geez, hello. And we're going to go to edit schematic, and then I've set up a hotkey for this right here, where I can do bam and right click, and it's gonna lag for a second here, but that's gonna change all of our grass out to dirt, and then we can just go through and mass place all that in. What is up there? Oh, that's all the dirt on the inside. Okay. Well, then we can go drop this little guy back off. Well, actually, we need to change there to schematic placement, and now we can get rid of this, the dirt, the stick. We want more dirt. We're gonna take our bed. Cool. That's where we're starting. You can see all this stuff is red here, but that's fine. We're just gonna ignore that for now. Is this the day 10,000 episode? It is indeed. We're at 9,889 currently. So click the like button for 10,000 days. It's coming up. It's a coming up. We're just gonna run around and place in a lot of this dirt for now and see where we can go. You didn't grab bed? I didn't grab bed. Thank you, Valen. I can't lose another bed. We've lost 2 beds already in the last 1,000 days. It's a sad day. Thank you, I appreciate that. Can't fathom losing another bed. So yeah, I figured going into day 10,000 be kind of a fun time to come up here and start working on the mountains again. It might be a little framey while we get the first bits of these sorted, because these are huge schematics. But hopefully it's not too bad. Mountain is starting to come along great. I remember when it's just barely started the mountain, it was amazing seeing it come to life. Yeah, I'm really, really hopeful for how much we can expand off of this. I was really like psyching myself out from wanting to do the project just by telling myself that I had to do it all freehand and had to make it up all as I was going. And so it was becoming something that was just becoming kind of daunting to pick up again. And so I made the swap to using Axiom to define the landscape so that I could get a better result and also get it done more quickly. And then I just need to focus on gathering the materials instead. And I think that was a really good idea. Because now I'm like, ooh, this is a fun project to work on. And then I can also use some Axiom tools to help pre-plan out locations for where a city or a town or something like that could go up here, instead of needing to like figure that all out on the fly. So I think I'm gonna be able to make much bigger, grander brush strokes using the tools instead of trying to plan that out in my brain while actively doing the thing. What's your goal past 10,000 days? Same as we're doing right now. We're gonna keep telling the story of this world. I don't plan to change how I play the game just by hitting a day count. I feel like what we've done so far has been successful in getting us to where we are. So I want to keep up with that. We might have some new projects pop up, but I really want to focus on finishing projects before we actually start taking on new ones. Because I really, really love having the farming region just fully done. Like right outside the city, that entire space is like there's not too much in there that I want to change. There might be a few things that I would be willing to tweak and just kind of clean up and whatnot, but for the most part, there's not really anything that I care to change too much in there. And that has me very, very excited just because it's done and we can wander through it and we can see something that's really, really awesome. And that's doesn't always happen in Minecraft worlds, so especially mine. I'm not great at finishing projects. So I'm really trying to push for the rest of this year to actually like finish off existing ones and keep expanding existing projects. Yeah, it'd take forever for grass to grow up here, but it's fine. Mod is so cool. Litematica has really, really opened the doors for building in Minecraft, in survival at least. I don't know, even some people I know using creative just to get schematics of things that they like. But Axiom in general also has just made the creative process so much easier, but just purely by having a GUI for it. instead of needing to memorize commands to do things. It's so much easier to experiment with new things because you don't need to constantly be looking up documentation for what you might have missed. When was Litematica made? Litematica was back in like 1.12, I think. Axiom is the newer one by far. Do you have problems with lag or FPS drop? I mean, turning on any giant schematic in Litematica is definitely going to add some amount. Like, you'd see a big frame drop right there. But it's nothing terrible. And as you start to fill in the schematic, it definitely starts to run a lot better, which is nice. So the more that we get placed in here, the better this thing will start running. But I also have this entire place as schematics, so like there's 2 sections over there and there's the section over there too. So a lot of it is really just kind of filled in like crazy. But when did you make this? I did a lot of creative planning yesterday. I spent probably 4 or 5 hours in the creative world planning out these mountains until I got something that I started to like. I still don't think it's perfect. I think it might be something that we'll come back and re-envision a little bit later on to improve and just change sections up, especially when we start adding in texture. But it's something that I'm happy with for now, and that's good. It was something that from a distance I think looks like a really, really cool mountain shape. It's more when you're up close that I'm like, you know, I think we could have done a little bit better job on that. That's where my current hesitancy is. Like, there's a lot of kind of weirder spaces, but I think it's also spaces that can be fixed with trees. I really started increasing the scale of the mountains, like making the rocks being just a lot taller. They're probably another 5-6 blocks taller than they were when we first did the mountains when I was doing it by hand. And so from there, now I'm going to be able to start including some trees that are still normal for a player scale and don't just dwarf the entire mountain. So we have a lot more open things that we can do. I can't include my massive pine trees or anything like that up here because they will definitely make the mountain feel small, but we can include some things, which will be fun. Okay, that is a little laggy flying around. We'll have to be a little careful. A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff to load. Actually, you know what we should be doing? After we get through this dirt, we'll bring it down just so it's like all below a certain level. That'll make it look a lot better. Yeah, so we'll go all below. And we'll bring this down. This is going to lag a bit. I'm just trying to make sure that we have all of the dirt for back here. Yeah, okay, cool. And then let's see, where does this end off to stone face? We'll go to there for now. Okay, we'll do all of the dirt below this point. Why have you decided to use Litematica for this? Yeah, what Aiden said pretty much. Just it makes the project more approachable. It makes it something that we can move forward on more quickly and have a lot more fun with just being able to focus on creating instead of the constant jumping through the hoops of am I creating the right thing. I'm able to try things out a lot more quickly in creative mode and using Axiom, and then being able to quickly undo it if I don't like it. That helps a lot with being able to make a project that I'm much more excited about, because I can just jump around and try things left and right and then be like, ooh, no, didn't like it. Okay. And I'm out 2 minutes instead of being out 4 hours. So that's it. That's the big reason right there, is that purely it takes less time to do this. And I think you'll see in today with how many blocks we're going to be able to place with all of this. Compared to, we did mountain building on Monday, and we cleared 7 shulker boxes of dirt, I believe, and almost 1 shulker box of stone. So almost 8 total shulker boxes in a 3-hour stream. And we are 25 minutes into stream today, and we've already cleared a shulker box, and that includes a little bit of other intros and hellos, and like we've probably only been in the world for 15 minutes, or we've had Minecraft open on stream for 15 minutes, but even in that 15 minutes, we've probably spent, what, 5 minutes in the creative world updating the snow stuff, and so it's 10 minutes to clear a shulker box. So that, theoretically, if we keep up with that rate, we're clearing 6 an hour.
Of streams, most likely because I'll be visiting my partner, but loving the streams recently and hope things are going well. fWhip heart.
Hey, Economy, thank you so much for the 5 months. I really do appreciate it, and absolutely no worries at all. I hope you have a lovely trip. There might be no stream this Friday anyways, just as a heads up, friends. I'm trying to see if I can meet up with my stepmom to grab lunch, just as a little Mother's Day hellos and stuff. And so I'm trying to see what she's up to, because I have plans to kind of be near where she lives Friday afternoon, which would be like right after stream. So if I can meet up with her for lunch, I'm gonna do that instead of stream, because I won't be able to see her on Mother's Day. So there might be no stream, but it's because I'm hanging out with family. Looking forward to the next world download. What day are you on? We are almost on 9,900. We're on 9,890. By the most likely end of stream today, we'll probably play another 10 days or so in that time, so we'll be less than 100 days until day 10,000, which is terrifying to think about. I've been playing like 20 to 30 Minecraft days a day recently, IRL, so it's all just seeing how all that stuff comes together. But I picked this project because it's one where I feel like I can put time into, but also have something where I can be like, all right, we hit day 10,000. That's it. That's all we got time for in this video. Here's absolutely finalized day 10,000. Because I think a world tour a world tour and a world download of exactly what I've done in the 10,000 days, I think was huge. So I'm gonna take a world download when I hit 10,000, and then I'm gonna do the world tour, because I think the tour is gonna probably take about 10 in-game days. So there's, yeah. Last time it took me almost 3 hours to record a world tour. So I hope y'all are excited for a huge world tour, because I'm gonna throw this one on the main channel. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit of a 10,000 days hardcore Minecraft world tour on the main channel. We're gonna give it a shot. Normally I second channel the world tours, but I want to, because this is such a big one, I want to main channel it. Hey May, welcome on in. You have just built a few things in this world and a lot since last tour. I know, yeah, since last tour, 'cause that was episode 80. And since 80, that's been the river. Yeah, there's been basically 2,000 days of gameplay since the last world tour. Like roughly 2,000 days of gameplay, which is just crazy to think about. I still like being able to keep up with the world tour every like 1,000 days in game, because I think it's a good way to just have a fresh, like, hey, here's a recap of everything that's gone on if you're new, or if you're somebody who just likes to see world tours and doesn't like actually watching normal Let's Play content. You just want to get some inspiration for something you might be working on. I feel like that's always something fun to do. So I might try and do like world tours every 1,000 days, but those will probably be second channel, unless it's like if it's a 10,000, a 20,000, et cetera, like those will probably be main channeled, depending on how this one does, and then we will go from there. Ew, streams. I don't watch that. Ew. Ew, streams are gross. Make sure you click the like button because they're just so gross. Ew. What biome should I build my survival village? Also, what style should I do it in? Ibrahim, if I answer all those questions for you, then you're just going to keep coming back asking for the next and next and next. I think you need to pick something you're interested in, my friend. It doesn't matter what you build. Just what sounds fun to you? What sounds interesting to you? And if you don't know that answer, maybe you try to spend a little time thinking about what that answer might be. What's your second YouTube channel? fWhip2, TWO. I believe it is pinned in, or I think it's linked in the description. How long does it take you to edit your hardcore videos? We have a really good flow down for now of style guides and everything, so I think my editor probably spends 6 to 8 hours on a video editing wise. But we've got a really good process. We have a very good process for editing. Gameplay wise, I'm putting in probably 30 to 50 hours per video, because everything that happens on streams gets turned into a video, and then I'm pretty much playing full time outside of streams too. That's what just makes it hard to balance and do multiple series, is that I put so many hours into every single video that I do that it's really hard to get the time to put in multiple episodes a week or anything like that without just eating into my social life. I still have an hour and a half of work left. Oof. But then you're over halfway through the week officially. Only 2 work days left. How do I start a playing forever Minecraft world? You click play. Didn't you ask that on Monday? Somebody else asked that exact. I feel like it was a very similar name to you. You just gotta start. That's it. That's how you do it. There is no right way. There is no wrong way. All you gotta do is you have to click start. But if you need ideas, I have a video on my channel that's how to start a forever Minecraft world, and like that thinking that I put into it. I put that out in what, January or February. Go check that out if you're looking for ideas on what to do to get started. A second lake because 1 lake isn't enough? Yeah, duh. What, you think I didn't want a second lake? No, I've got plans for a 3rd lake too. Think a world only has 1 lake in it? Nah, man, lakes are everywhere. Ask anybody here from the Midwest. Well, actually, not the Midwest. What's that like? Isn't it Minnesota? Like Michigan. Michigan's got like 1,000 lakes or whatever. I don't know. It's one of those. One of those weird states up there. Minnesota, yeah. Okay, yeah. Same. There are lakes all over the Midwest. Oh, okay, see, I was right on that too. Land of 10,000 lakes. Only 10,000? Those are rookie numbers. Hell's Princess, they give her the 3 months. Thank you. My friends on YouTube, click the like button if you haven't already. We got almost 900 people in here, and we're at 400 likes right now. You can do me a solid and click the like button. It helps a ton. We just got blocks on blocks on blocks to place today.
Hey, for real.
Hey, Ohio isn't a weird state.
No, I don't like Ohio. Sorry, you stole my basketball team. No, wait, that was Oklahoma. Sorry, nothing bad against Ohio. I've never been to Ohio. I have no thoughts on Ohio. Sorry, that was Oklahoma, not Ohio. Very different, probably. I don't know. Could be the same. All I know is they could be the same exact thing. You can drop me in either of them in a random place. I probably couldn't tell you which I was in.
Pleased to meet you.
I've only been to the Midwest once, maybe twice.
This ASMR
I don't really.
stream
Colorado
is
isn't the
making me
Midwest,
sleepy.
right? It's kind of on the edge. 'Cause it's still in the Rockies. I've been to Chicago once, and outside that, I would say I've never been to the Midwest. I personally don't think Colorado's Midwest, but I could be wrong. What are you working on right now? This is all gonna turn into like big grassy areas up in the mountain range. The only problem is all of this is gonna be in, I believe we are in swamp biome, so this is gonna be really, really dark over here, but I'm just kind of embracing it for now and we'll fix it later as we want to. Maybe it'll just mean that we put like a thick forest above it of non-biome tint stuff.
Hello,
Log
many
is digging
greetings.
dirt and I'm placing dirt right now. Nice, nice. Hell's Princess, thank you so much for the gift sub. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, DeRobin, thank you so much for the 39 months, my dude. ASMR dirt stream is making me sleepy. Apologies. I place dirt because I must. See, we're already through 4 shulkers. Well, 3 shulkers emptied. We're on the 4th shulker. We've only been here for 37 minutes. We have had 1 lake, yes. What about a 2nd lake? Rivers, deltas, oceans. Hobbits if they're into landscaping. True, true. Hobbits would be great landscapers. If they could just like terraform a planet, I feel like hobbits would make something that looks really, really good. It'd just be lush and full of life and farmland and maybe I was a hobbit in another life. Just want to sit around and have my little crop field and do some simple stuff, and yeah, I'm good. Sounds perfect. They just seem to party and farm.
Have you considered joining the Hermitcraft?
Yeah, you know, I was gonna reach out to them and just be like, hey, can I join? No, have I thought about it in the past? Sure. It's not on my bucket list
Pleased
of
to meet
doing
you.
anything.
Hey fWhip and chatWhip cozy.
But Shaw, thank you so much for the dono. Yeah, I mean, I love the Hermits. A lot of them are great people. I'm really, really good friends with quite a few of them. But I don't like the idea of Hermitcraft. Once you join, you're kind of like, that's the thing that you do. The expectation is that once you're on Hermitcraft, you don't really do anything else. And whether that's a community expectation or the player expectation for everybody on there, but like, it makes it hard to interact with other groups of people or even do your own single player stuff. And so that's always kind of held me back from really wanting to try and do it. I just from seeing some friends who have joined and then how much their
Pleased to meet
activity
you.
in other series and things that we've done or they've been
As a
invited to, or
non-American,
like even their own
Ohio
single player
seems
series, how
like the
those basically
worst
become
state.
non-existent
Nothing going
behind
on,
like a
and
seasonal
then
one.
it gave the world JD Vance. And I've been to Iowa. At least they farm.
Ian, thank you for the 4 months. Try and avoid political stuff as much as we can. But I appreciate the 4 months, yeah. Whether good or bad politics stuff, we try and keep it all out of the chat. But I appreciate the 4 months. Gem still does? Yeah, but look at the rate Gem uploads things that are not Hermitcraft nowadays. It's not a negative remark on all of them. It's just something that it's a priority for me of single player. I like to keep as one of my main series on my channel because then the series is focused about me and my channel keeps the focus on me instead of the group that I'm involved with. And I think it's just a lot safer long-term bet to be able to have a community focused around you as a creator, and then you hanging out with other people and you interacting with other SMPs is great. At least in my where I like to keep it all. But then there's not that expectation of I will always be doing some multiplayer thing with some other group or people don't watch. That's kind of where I like to keep the line drawn, is that I can there's always the primary focus is like on the content that I'm producing, not the content of who I'm producing my content with, I guess. So it's just a little slight difference in how it all stays together. But Glass Cup, thanks so much for the 7 months. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Ian, thank you again for the 4 months. Appreciate that. Hey, Stam, how we doing? But what about second leg? We're working on second leg. I already have third leg planned, though. I was gonna try and do it in this episode too, but I don't think I can quite build 2 mountains and a lake, even with Litematica, in a single in 100 days. I think that's kind of pushing it. We're gonna see if we can already build it in 2 sets of mountains in 100 days. Granted, it's only the front of them. The backs are completely bland. So there's at least that. But yeah, it's a little bit of stuff. Would much rather have you playing single player. Yeah, I understand that. I really like. I'm missing being on Misadventures. I'm really excited to jump back over there. I'm getting this through to 10,000 days first, and then I'm gonna full send on finishing my dungeon on Misadventures. I've been working on it in the background. I've got the entire thing pretty much planned out, so I just need to get in there and actually do the dang thing, and finish gathering a few more materials for it. But yeah, single player is definitely my like happy place. There's just a lot more freedom that comes along with it, which is good and bad. We used to respect double dirt in this stream. How far we've fallen. All right, do you double dirt? Tell me, truthfully. Truthfully, how many of you double dirt? Double dirt at this scale. Yeah, exactly. How many of you are double dirting when you're building an entire mega biome? I don't terraform. Thank you, Tay. Thank you. There's the truth. Rarely double dirt. Yeah, see, it's fine. It's fine. We embody the ideas of double dirt, but we don't have to actually do it. My friends, click the like button if you haven't already. I very much do appreciate it. We got 930 people in here, and we're at 480 likes. So if you can click the like button, it helps me out a bunch on the YouTubes. Twitch friends, you're doing great.
I fill the hole. I don't double dirt.
All right, Megan, I'm gonna loan you my world file for like a week, and then if you could just fill in the hole under the terrain, that'd be great. Yeah, if there's a creeper hole, I'll fill it all the way down. If it's like 3 blocks deep, I'll just fill the entire thing. I won't leave like random little spaces for spiders to spawn under me. But if I'm up here and I'm like 100 blocks, no, okay, I'm like 60 blocks above that, I ain't doing it. I ain't doing that. That's not worth my time. Not even gonna lava cast it. No, that's also stupid. Lava casting leaves so many air pockets in it. Look what Mog's dealing with removing his mountain that he lava casted. That thing is just full, absolutely full of bats everywhere.
Don't have a PC.
Ah, fair. All right, that's fair. All right, Megan, you're out of it. You don't have to deal with it. Thank you for the donuts. Like, oh no, I can't help. Sorry, but I would do it. We'll get all of our stone after this and just start placing things in. I think a lot of this back here is probably going to be modified and changed, but we'll just throw everything in for now just to give the full picture. What Axiom tools do you use to generate slope terrain like this, gentler slope terrain? I've been using the smart surface tool for a lot of the dirt sections. And then also, if you go back to the start of the stream, Jay, you can see I did a very, very quick update for some snow stuff and showed how I get like the big boxier shapes in that too. So, but yeah, I use the smart surface tool a lot, and make sure you're using the option if you're building this far above of the extend to ground, because then you can also use like the smoothing tool and whatnot. I find that a combo of the smart surface tool, the smoothing tool, and the weld tool gave me a result that I'm pretty happy with. The weld tool to give it a little bit more more natural shape instead of gridded shape that you get with the smart surface tool, and then just use the smooth tool to tone that stuff back down a touch. That's what I found worked out pretty well. You want to use a low strength on the weld tool if you do go for it. We'll do next stream that we do creative stuff. We'll probably be working out here and just expanding the mountains like crazy, so that we can have a lot of plans I can just start taking action on when I don't know what to do on stream. We can just come out here and keep working.
Pleased to meet you.
So once we get that in, then I will
I've missed your last few live
show
streams.
a really
I'm
full
on
tutorial.
holiday, but I love that you're working on the mountains again. Also, wow, 31 months.
Caleb first with the 21 months. Hi, how you doing? Thank you so very much. And Aries Centauri Mars with the 31 months. Thank you. Enjoy your holiday. Enjoy. Yeah, I'm very excited. This is going to take us all the way to 10,000 days. Hopefully working on the mountains here, because we'll be at 9,900 before the end of stream today. So I figured this was a good way to christen things off and just see how many blocks I could get placed down. Dude, I just built that terrain and now you already spawned up here? Rude. I just built that. Do you think these mountains will eventually empty your storage? That is the hope. I need shulker boxes back. The entire purpose of this project here is so that I can clear out shulker boxes. That is the whole reason I'm out here. Okay, what's that? Day 100 in your hardcore world? Get it, Lauren, get it. Chat, we do be lacking on the likes. It's true. Let's go get some stone. Where can I get the schematics from? I made them myself. They're not anywhere.
Dirt placed sound is nice. Just the thing to sleep to.
Yeah, there you go, Cole. There you go. Enjoy the nap. I don't currently share any of my schematics. But I do share the world download when it's eventually done. Well, there's 5 more boxes cleared out. Get a whole thing of stone. Why not? We'll start here. I do share the tree schematics. Tree schematics are available for members. Yeah, tree schematics are posted and members can get access to them.
Hey, for real.
Last donation. If I could, I would. My PC went kaput.
Oh no. And absolutely no pressure, please. I always do appreciate the support, but absolutely no need to go above and beyond. A lot of you already do so much, and I really appreciate it, but absolutely fine. Mr. Dirt! You'll have to come back. I think I actually used like a rock tool out on this side at all, shaping it, so we'll just leave that as is. not missing one. That's good. That's good. That's good. Nailed it. So good. So good. Will the video be next week? Yeah, most likely the compilation of all of this mountain building will be next week's video. This week's video is already uploaded, ready to go. It'll be out tomorrow. Building in New Papyrus and doing all that stuff and shenanigans that we've been up to over there. So if you've been hanging on the last few streams, there's all those things that we built, and then I did a ton more else. Get a snack together, though. It is almost a 50-minute video coming out tomorrow. There is so much building that happened in that. And I was watching through it. I was like, what can I cut? What can I cut to shorten this video down just a touch so that it's not quite as long? I was like, there's nothing. It's just 50 minutes of just building content. I could have went through and re-edited footage to make like multiple buildings appear in the same time lapse, but no, I was like, Yeah, so I hope you enjoy long videos.
Heck yeah, long video.
Ben, thank you so much for the dono. Appreciate it. Yeah, so be ready for a long video tomorrow. You're being fed this week. Let me double check the episode length before I fully commit to being 50 minutes. I'm pretty sure it's almost 50. Yeah, 49 minutes and 7 seconds. It's basically 50 minutes. A rounding error. Alright, we're gonna just leave this to here. I'm not gonna fill in the rest. I don't think it's going to stay as is. We'll fill in the top few blocks just so we can't see the gross lip. No, we'll just fill in there. That's fine. I'm not filling around this backside. I know that much. That works. Oh, we need to go get that dirt that we're missing. Also, these are my last pork chops. So if we get low on pork chops today, somebody yell at me that we need to go find more. Because I don't have any left in my ender chest. I only got 32 food on me. I got plenty of rockets. I don't got much pork. A fWhipcraft movie, I'm here for it. Nah, that's gonna be the world tour. Was there another one that we missed too? Thought so. Right? Yes, no? Did I miss another one? I did. Okay. Yeah, this is the Stardew Valley overtune. You plan on adding any of the yellow fields you have started before with the new foliage? Like up here? Yes. Yeah, this is... What's that? We are gonna be really needing a lot of bone meal for this area. So I think a somewhat soon project is going to be quite literally just building an absurd bone meal farm. I need to find something to put it inside of that makes sense with the world. But so if any of you have ideas on where I could put some sort of a bone meal farm that just produces so much bone meal, I'm very much looking right now. I know I like it's probably just gonna be some mass like 12 or 24 something module moss farm that just is churning out bone meal left and right and like auto refilling themselves. But So kelp farm could work. I guess kelp farm is passive. Do kelp farms work in spawn chunks? They do now, right? So I believe my cactus farm technically works in spawn chunks now. In Bedrock, at least. I'm pretty sure they do. I thought that was an update recently. Yeah, homeless camps in the more poor areas of the city. I kind of tend to avoid those types of things. We'll have some like random like little bandits or little tents and things around, but I don't really want to focus an episode around building homeless things. There's not to like brush it under the rug or anything like that, but I don't know. I don't want to like glamorize it or anything. I just feel like there's better uses of my time. I'd be more likely to build a kind of more of like a rundown district or like an old quarter that's just like a bunch more like smaller homes and things, but I don't really want to build like a full-on camp. Path is very progressive and doesn't have a ton of homeless, as it is easy to build homes in Minecraft. True. Yeah, the only people homeless in this Minecraft world are people who just can't be bothered to build their house. Yeah, I like to think that Path like has good programs to make sure everybody's doing all right. I mean, they have a whole guild dedicated to making sure the plants and everything around the city are looking good, so they probably got some resources and money they can spend on making sure people actually like living there and are able to live there healthily. Are you talking like the little camp you built near the town hall? Yeah, that's kind of one of them. I guess there is that. That's probably about as close as I'll get, and that's like very removed, and that's more of like somebody just like wants to be a little mountain hermit. I'm thinking more Linus from Stardew Valley instead of somebody who's homeless from bad circumstances. Like Linus is homeless in Stardew Valley, but he chooses to live a simple life because it just works better for him. Which I really appreciate that Stardew Valley did that. They just were like, yeah, this guy could be homeless, sure, but like he's also just kind of chilling up here. He just likes living in nature and having a simple life, and he's happy. Yeah, whoever's throwing rocks at Linus, though, I bet it's Pierre. That sounds like something Pierre would do. Not too sure if grass is going to be able to grow up here, so we might have to pick one up and transplant it. Yeah, let's do that right now. Just so that I don't have to think about it. Then that'll start growing over everything now. Easy. Go until we run out of resources here, then we can go just load back up on other stuff. It's sweet how he takes in Leo. He's like, yeah, I can show this boy who's also of the land how to live off the land here. The whole Ginger Island expansion for Stardew Valley, the fact that that wasn't a paid DLC alone, awesome. Like the fact that that's just a patch that's just included just shows how much the dev just cares about having a fun game for people to play, and it's a passion project that just became so successful instead of like some money grab thing of, hey, let's make a game, let's monetize the heck out of it. Like, it's so cool. I love the dev behind Stardew Valley. It's Eric, Concerned Dave. Just seems like such a good human. He's on a podcast recently. I was meant to listen to it. I haven't yet. Are you excited for Haunted Chocolatier? I am interested in Haunted Chocolatier. I feel like depending on the route of gameplay it goes, I'm either going to absolutely love it and we will just become a full-time Haunted Chocolatier streamer for a few weeks. Or it's just not going to click with me. And I'm okay with either. I absolutely love Stardew Valley, and I'm not like holding that to be mean that I need to absolutely love Haunted Chocolatier too. But I'm excited for it. I'm very interested to see where it goes and how the gameplay goes in it, because I just love the simplicity of Stardew Valley and how like kind of cute cozy vibes that it has. Just doing a quick check to make sure we got everything. So part of me is definitely concerned that Haunted Chocolatier might be a little too story driven, or kind of not in the form of where I like Stardew Valley, because I like just building up my farm. I like to kind of... Stardew Valley is a checkbox simulator for me in the absolute best way ever. We were talking about checkbox simulator games on Monday and how sometimes they're fantastic, and then how some checkbox simulator games are just boring. Stardew Valley is the best checkbox simulator game I think I've ever played. Like, I will happily just boot it up and just feel like I'm making progress in things, whether I'm playing a day or whether I'm playing 2 days, an entire season, or what. I feel like there's just something is going on. Like, I'm just like queuing things up and they're going through. I'm just managing my little tasks and I'm got my goals of the fishies I need to go catch, and it's great. You want to marry Willie, though? Yeah, I mean, Willie's seems like a good one. Let's bring... Ooh, I'm not liking that we're splitting shulkers of materials. It's gonna complicate my counting. What games do you play besides Minecraft? I've been playing Expedition 33 recently. Oh, actually, no, I want to stop this. And that game is beautiful. We're going to do that. And then we're actually just going to start it right back up. But I just want the files separate. I've been playing Expedition 33. I'm still playing Oblivion Remastered. Apologies for not streaming that yesterday. Yesterday just turned into such a crazy day for me that I just had no time. I normally have no meetings on my calendar, and I had 2 meetings yesterday and was just kind of going... I felt like I had no time to do my own stuff throughout the day, and so that just kind of threw the goal of doing an Oblivion Remastered stream out yesterday. Had to prioritize some other stuff, unfortunately. Yeah, Expedition 33 is really good, but I will say it's not family friendly at all. There is a lot of talk of death. There's a lot of talk of suicide. There's a lot of talk of... Well, there's a lot of strong language. And there's a lot of just like... It's very dark. There's a lot of very dark moments in it, especially in the start of the game. Like, they do not hold back. The prologue sets the game up, and it is just... It's really good, but the prologue is pretty heart-wrenching. Just straight from the get-go, it's got you crying. But it's really good. I've been enjoying the game a lot. If that type of content doesn't trigger anything for you, if you like the old like Final Fantasy style games, I would highly recommend checking it out. Yeah, Eddie, it's true. I know. I'm sorry. Just not giving y'all any more free content. That's what I love about it. It's not shy about it all, brings more awareness to it. Yeah, I don't want to spoil anything, but I just got to for those who have played, I'm pretty early into the game. I think I'm still technically chapter 1. I might be in chapter 2, but I just got to the place with a lot of red trees. So please no spoilers or anything like that. All my characters are like level 10 or 12 or something, so I'm still pretty new into it. I have seen that you can get up to like level 80s and whatnot. I was like, okay, nuts. But yeah, so I'm fairly new into the game still, but it's been a good time. Can't handle death or adult. Yeah, it's if those are sensitive topics for you, I fully would not recommend playing the game. It kind of has a beautiful way of showing it, but it's definitely there's some scenes that hit hard in it that they don't shy away from anything. Like what who was that in chat that said that? Apotheosis. Yeah, they don't shy away from anything. But the story behind the dev studio is awesome. It's just this like small team of 30 people. It's a French dev studio, and they're a bunch of Ubisoft. Like 15 of them came from Ubisoft, and then just all quit to decide to start making this game. I'm assuming that they wanted to make it at Ubisoft and were told no. Absolutely swinging. This is the first game the studio's developed, and I'm very excited to see their next titles. If they keep at it, because this has been so cool. Yeah, I was like, this could be fun to stream because the story is so cool, and then I love it, and then I was like watching one of the cutscenes, and I was like, I'm not streaming this. Like this is for my family friendly little Minecraft audience. We're not gonna be going down this route. I'm not gonna do that. Love to have some late night fWhip streams. It's one of those things where in theory I'm like, yeah, that sounds absolutely awesome, like heck yeah, let's do it. And then it gets to be late night, I'm like, oh, got no energy left. I don't get how some people stream in the morning and then come back and stream at night again, and then also make videos in the process. I'm assuming their videos are just less intensive than mine because I put a lot of hours into mine, but nah. I like my downtime too much. Yeah, GTA 6 got a new trailer. I've never played a GTA game, so I have not really any desire to play it. I really just do not enjoy video games that are based around current modern times. Especially if they're with like guns and everything. Like Call of Duties and those, I'm not a fan. I'll play them every once in a while just for a little bit, and it's usually only if I have friends that are playing, and so I just want to hang out with my friends, so I'll play the games that they want to play sometimes. But yeah, I just GTA for me has always just been like, feels weirdly glamorizing a bunch of really negative aspects of modern life that I'm just kind of like, I don't really care to support this. So if there's games out there that are very much like modern technology, modern guns, sorry, I was trying to think, and then that's really like just like gang violence and whatnot focused, or I could be totally wrong on GTA, but like just like fighting against police, and I don't know, it's just stuff that I tend to avoid. I think that's somewhat the point of GTA. Yeah, I get that it's the point of it, of like, let's bring it in and talk about it sometimes, but I also feel like they can have the point of it, and then they can have the point that it's actually received as from the audience, where you'll have a lot of audience be like, hey, I'm a leader of a gang, and I'm just like, nah, it's not type of content that I think needs to be really made all that much right now. At least it's not type of content that I care to be a part of, just watching everything else happening in the world. Just, I don't know. We don't need to dive into that too much, but it's just usually I find that those games are not ones that I really care to play all that much. Unless they're like really, really cartoonized and like really, really stylistic, but when it's based off of reality and like realistic graphics and all that, that's when I'm kind of like, yeah, I think this is not for me. Like, y'all are more than welcome to go play it, but it's just something I'm gonna be skipping out on. Have you played Red Dead Redemption 2? I feel like that same cowboy stuff for me just doesn't really click. I tried Red Dead 2 because everybody was telling me that it was just this amazing, absolutely just once in a lifetime experience to play through. I got to the point where you rescue one of your buddies who is like getting taken to a federal prison, and so like you're helping, he's like getting taken up a river. I got through that whole quest line, and then I kind of was like, yeah, I'm just not really feeling this. And most of it was just I really didn't like the UI. I really, really did not like the UI of Red Dead. The gameplay was fine, but I felt the UI, it might have been that I was playing on a Steam Deck, which it ran fine on Steam Deck, but the UI was very, very clunky. And that for me, if there's a bad like experience managing your inventory, or just like key bindings and stuff feel clunky and I can't fix it, then I kind of get tuned out of games. But love the content and keep going, man. It's so inspirational. Hey, thanks, Seth. I'll keep going. Don't you worry. We got a lot more cool stuff coming in. Alien mentioned by someone other than me? Oh, no. Here we go. Oh. Falling. I agree with you on Red Dead 2. Yeah, I wanted to get into it so badly because I've heard so many friends just rave about it, and some friends who normally they're friends that I'm like, oh yeah, no, we like the same type of games, and they're like, dude, I put 200 hours into Red Dead 2. I just could not turn it off. They're like, I called out sick from work one day to keep playing Red Dead 2, and I was like, okay, like maybe I should check this out. It's on sale right now. It just did not click. One I want to go back to that I just kind of put down because I just needed a break from it was Elden Ring. I really need to go back and finish Elden Ring. I think I want to try and finish it before Night Rain comes out, because I think I'm gonna enjoy Night Rain. Actually, I think I'm gonna enjoy Night Rain as long as I have friends to play Night Rain with. I hate open queue co-op games. I really, really do not like open queue co-op games, especially if there needs to be a certain amount of team coordination. But if I can go in with my buddies, I would be all over Night Rain. I'm absolutely gonna love that. But if I have to go into open queue to play with people I don't know, I'm just like, I'll go play a single player game. To me, Red Dead is a story game. The gameplay is rather unrefined, I have to agree. Yeah. I want a Bloodborne remake. I would love to play Bloodborne, but I don't have a PlayStation. And I kind of refuse to buy one. I don't know. I don't play consoles enough to warrant buying a PlayStation. And then I also just don't like how much PlayStation buys exclusive games. I get that they like fund a lot of them, so they're probably only in existence because of it. But I don't know. I like Xbox's recent approach of saying like, yeah, you can just get any game on here, and we're not gonna try for this console exclusivity war anymore. We're gonna just let gamers game. Like, if there's any console I'm gonna buy, it's gonna be a Switch, because I know my wife likes to play Switch games. So that becomes something that we can do together, whereas otherwise it's just a PlayStation sitting down on a thing that I'll only play every once in a while. It's not worth the money for me. What are those red blocks? It's dirt. It's just a schematic that I changed it all in the schematic to be dirt, but in reality it's supposed to be grass. I just did a quick edit to the schematic so that we could easy place dirt in without worrying about it. Wish Starfield was on PS5. I haven't played Starfield. I feel like I would either really love it or really get bored with it quickly. I think I need to give it a chance. I'm gonna finish my Oblivion Remastered like solo playthrough and just keep going with that. Not that I'll be able to finish it anytime soon, but I am level 26 now, I think, on it, which has been fun. And then we'll keep the stream one going for that for a while, I hope, because that's been fun to try. And then I want to finish Expedition 33. And then after that, I'm going to need to find a new game. I'm still playing Dredge. Dredge has been fun. I've been playing that on the Steam Deck when I've been crawling in bed at night. Just play Dredge for like 30-40 minutes. Just be a little tugboat and go putz around in the spooky ocean and do all the stuff. Oh. What the heck? I just lost my chat. Are we still here? We still alive? My Chrome just freaked out. Yeah, we're still alive. Unstable. You lost us? We here? Still here? We alive? Hi, still here? Okay, good. It didn't look like it crashed. Weird. Must be the Litematica being a little too much. I might have to turn render distance down. Have you played No Man's Sky? No, I haven't. Wait, did I say Starfield? I was thinking No Man's Sky. I have played Starfield. I played through all of Starfield. Yeah, okay, I played all of Starfield. Honestly, of Bethesda games that I played, one of my least favorite. I think I liked it about as much as I like Fallout, and I'm not a big Fallout fan. It was good, but it just gets extremely repetitive. No Man's Sky was what I was thinking of. That's what I need to get into. I haven't been reading much lately. I kind of fell off of the train. I have a Project Hail Mary sitting on my nightstand right now. I need to get through and do that. Stardust Citizen? I have not. Is that out yet? What am I thinking of? 130 plushies on the server? Oh my gosh, Yantel, you've been going hard. That's great. That's fantastic. How far into Expedition 33 are you, though? I am... I don't want to give spoilers, but I just got to the place with a lot of red trees that somebody tells you to go find. So please, no Expedition 33 spoilers in chat. I'm trying so hard to not be spoiled in the game because I'm loving just watching the story develop. And so I'm trying to also do that in terms of seeing where... for people who are maybe playing it on their end too, so appreciate it. My friends, click the like button if you haven't already. We got almost 1,200 people in here on YouTube. We're at 600 likes right now, so I do appreciate it. Yeah, no Expedition 33 spoilers, please. I'm trying to be as vague as I possibly can be, and I feel like saying, oh yeah, a red tree. That's pretty vague, especially when you know that place. You see the museum next time you're online. Any tips to not be scared of mobs in Minecraft? Let them blow you up a few times and then it won't be so bad. That's honestly it. You just kind of get used to it. Any advice on town building variation in Minecraft? Biggest thing I can say about getting variation for your towns in Minecraft is you need to make a few certain things match. We went into it a few times ago, but there's like 4 or 5 elements. There's your scale, there's your shape, there's your build palette, and there's like your, I would say, details can kind of be inferred as like what the style comes out as, like how are you detailing it. And as long as 3 of those 4 things are the same, you'll be fine. So you just want to make sure that not all 4 of the things are the same every single time. So if you want variation, but for builds to make sense together, and you can branch out from that too as you're going, but make sure you're keeping all those things, because you can have the same scale on all of your builds. You can have the same detail elements to all your build, and then you change the shape and you change the block palettes and they'll still fit together. Or you can have the same block palette, you can have the same details, you can have the same shapes, and you can change the scale and it'll still somewhat fit together. So you just gotta kind of give that stuff a shot and see where it lands with you and what you enjoy out of it. But that's the biggest thing I can recommend for a town variation, is you just figure out as you're going how to add some more variety into it without making it look too out of place. And so start by messing around with those things, and as soon as you learn the building rules of Minecraft, that's when you can start breaking the rules. That's with any art. Any art form, is you need to learn the basic rules of how all the art comes together, how you put together a picture layout, how you do blah blah blah, like the rule of thirds, the focal points, vanishing points, etc, etc, etc. And once you learn all of those rules and you've mastered all those rules, and then you can come back in and you can say, you know what, screw the rules, I'm making up my own rules as I go. I'm gonna like respect them, but I'm gonna do my own thing and break it within reason. And that's when you can create some really, really cool special stuff. But start learning the rules first, and then bring it out. All right, sewing professor loved to say that she taught us the rules so that we could break them. Yeah, it's a very common phrase in the art world, but it's honestly so true. I just slept. Dad Kestrel, thank you for the 500 biddies. You tried so hard. You so hard, so close. You tried. You couldn't get me. I'm the fastest sleeper in the West. Ain't no mob spawning up here. They're all below the landscape. Thank you for the biddies, though. That got me. I guess, yeah, you're probably just getting some chatters with that now. We're just gonna take it all the way up to that line that we're at up there, and then we'll probably just start doing like line by line going around the entire space. I don't know. I'm trying to think of how I can turn this into a cool video without it just being time lapse, but honestly it might just be time lapse. But you know, you never know. Could just be.
Pleased to meet you.
Only one more month to go until I hit 1 year fWhip.
Hey, days, I always get it wrong. Maybe by like year 3, I'll remember how to say your name properly. But thank you so very much for the 11 months. I really appreciate that. Ooh, what we could do is we could make it all above. And we can bring that up to here, because then we're not loading everything below. That might actually make it render a little bit less laggy, because there'd be less blocks showing, I think. Yeah, we've only popped 1 totem the entire series so far. And I don't feel like it was really earned, but it did happen. I got kicked off of a strider in the middle of a lava lake and popped a totem. Rude. The only totem pop in the entire series comes from Strider. That's just sad. No wardens. No trial chambers. We've been close to a trial chamber. I was at half a heart last time I was in trial chamber because I wasn't paying attention. And I was like, oh, I'm fine. I have so much health. Oh my god, I'm on half a heart. Oh, Ravstone. stone again. I'm just gonna drop off this dirt. We're just gonna only have stone for a bit. I'll keep like, yeah, a strider. Have you never popped one intentionally? Nope, I've only used one totem. I'm not about that life of intros where you just smack your face into the ground and pop a totem. Nah, it's not for me. That phrase of it, that phase of it being, ha ha ha, funny, I popped a totem, oh my gosh, it's hardcore. It never clicked for me.
fWhip. Thanks for streaming. I love catching the VODs while I work. Just landed a new job. Small pay cut, so I'll have to drop the membership to save some money. But
Hey,
appreciate you.
Thank you so very much for the 11 months, my dude. And no worries, do what you got to do. Hopefully the new job's a better working space for you overall. And I think with since you just came up, you should have it for another month. So make sure you don't leave the Discord yet. You'll still get the world download when it comes out. It should be out in 2 to 3 weeks. So you should still have all your membership perks before it fades away. So make sure you stay in the Discord and all that. But thank you so very much for the support and good luck with everything you got going on. Nether is dangerous, it's true. Died in normal survival, lost second wings. Anybody tips and motivation, get back in that world? Just gotta get back on the horse. Would you rather? This is the question I always ask. If I'm playing regular survival and I'm feeling demotivated, would you rather completely restart with nothing? Or would you rather have whatever supplies you had left over in your storage room with all your houses and everything built up already? That's what you need to ask. Are you so demotivated that, like, do you want to just quit and stop playing? Or do you still have a desire to play Minecraft? And is it more time consuming or feels better to completely just delete that world and start a brand new one? Or just make a new set of diamond gear and go back to the end and find a new Elytra? Is it annoying? Heck yeah, it's super annoying. It's so annoying. It sucks. But is that better or worse than taking the time to actually go and get a whole new world, kill the dragon, blah blah blah? You know, that's what I always ask myself. I'm feeling demotivated for a project or a build or something. Black Thrush plays. If you're looking for tips on how to get better and get good gear, I would recommend watching Pixelriff's survival guide. He's a great friend of mine, and he will. If you need help with like the basics of the game, he has the Minecraft survival guide series on his channel, and it's a full tutorial in how to Minecraft. He can help you more than I can help you with tips. I kind of cater towards the end game experience in Minecraft. I know how to do the early game experience, but it's definitely not the type of content that I make. So I would rather send you to somebody who really specializes in that type of content. He's a good dude. You'll like his videos. You can probably play Elden Ring Night Rain with picks. Yeah, we've already talked about it. We want to do me, Pix, and Ollie, and because it's the teams of 3 or 4. I think we're the 3 big Elden Ring fanboys of the friend group. Too sure, to be honest. I can't remember if anybody else is. I know like Jimmy's played it a few times, so he would probably be interested in playing Night Rain. I know Lizzie's played Elden Ring a few times. I'll just miss the world download. Sub ends on the 18th. Oh no. Oh, bummer. Oh, maybe if you're hanging, somebody will get you a gift one or something like that, and then you'll still be able to get it. Adding Ollie is such a wild card. Yeah, I feel like Pix and I would be like, okay, how can we figure out? How can we figure out? Ollie, why are you singing in the corner? He's like, I got a tune. I gotta, the music, it flows through me. I gotta do it. And we're like, all right, fair. But also there's a giant monster coming to attack you right now and eat your face. Love Ollie, but he will do many things for the bit. Which is great. Fantastic. Works great 99% of the time. But sometimes you're just like, I just want to win the content, you know? I want my world to end up like yours. I've been working on this one for 3 years, so make sure you're patient with yourself. I believe you can do it. I believe if you give yourself enough patience and time to make it happen, I would be willing to bet you can do it too. But just make sure you are actually patient with yourself instead of 2 weeks in feeling like, it's not there yet. It's not as cool.
Pleased to meet you.
Give it time. And even if you're not growing as fast as I am, you got to remember that I play this game pretty much all day, every day for my job. So I can make a lot of time for this in my day-to-day life. Alchemist Rain, thanks so much for the 14 months. Hope you're doing well.
Pleased to meet you.
Been a while I hadn't watched from YouTube side. Still purple though less than 3.
Thank you so very much for the 34 months at tier 2. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I would say I feel like, I don't know, what do y'all think on the idea that I feel like I've seen it in conversation recently that a lot of people have been saying how Minecraft content creators have ruined Minecraft for people, and which I'm like, that's dumb. But then somebody talked about it in terms of how Minecraft content creators, by creating content, it's not their fault, but by creating content and doing it as a full-time job has created the sense of how quickly something should move forward in a Minecraft world. And then that fact alone has made it so that people who cannot play as often and as much as content creators are finding themselves getting burnt out more because they see big Minecrafter 37 out there doing all this crazy things and blah blah blah, and then they're like, ooh, they did that in a week, I want to do that, and then they can't get it done for a month. Yeah, very much imposter system. Twizzy with the 11 months, thanks so very much, my dude. Really appreciate it. Stream's been going good. Hope you're having a good day. I get what they mean, but I highly disagree. Yeah, I feel like there's like an essence of truth in it, but it's really shrouded around like the negative towards content creators just to try and get clicks. But it was interesting. Building medieval city inspired by past. Any tips on building on that style? I don't know. I feel like I've just kind of been making it up as I go. Apologies. I don't really have a great answer. Big Minecrafter 37. I know. How could they? You could say that about any game streamer. I would also say that that's very true about a lot of games, though. I think there's truth hidden into it, but I don't think it's 100% true. I think is where I land. What do we want to do? Let's get in there. Look at that. I do wish I had textured all of it, but my goal here is to empty my storage room, and I'd have to spend so much time gathering like acacia logs and tuff and blah 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 to texture this whole thing. That just can't happen. We will texture it eventually, but it's probably going to be very, very light texturing. Any spoilers for tomorrow's episode? Tomorrow's episode is very all based in the desert, so it is. We are up here. You look at that gross grass color coming in. Oh, but it goes back to forest biome. Woohoo. And everything out there is there's your spoiler. Yeah, I'm hoping to do a big mountain into here, filling this entire space. And we got another rock section up here. And then we got a big mountain section over here that I want to start doing. With the new fog that they will add, the texture will be blurred anyways. True, yeah. I've got my fog pretty far pushed back. So I completely agree, and it's something that I have learned to just take slowly. And 1 year into my world, I only have one project to look at. It was originally demotivating, but it's okay to take it in. Yeah. That's true. Also depends on the streamer. You can say what you want, but really posting your art, making... Say anything, posting your art, making a table, so on. Yeah. No, it's true. I think it's more than just content creators. I think it's more of like the internet culture is where I kind of land on it. Is the idea that... Actually, you know what? Before we get into this next bit, let's update that schematic. So let's go with all above, and then I want to change that. No, and I want to go config, render layers, set here. And then if I do that, yeah, okay. So that'll really shrink down the amount of stuff that's loaded, and it should make the game run a lot better. But you can see we just have so much stone to be stacking up. We got a little bit more dirt, so let me go grab, I'll go grab 2 stacks of dirt real quick. Depends on the person and the content creators. Channels like this make me learn to build better and want to play more, so make the content feel some make the content feel played out instantly. Yeah, I think it's more of an issue when it comes in terms of like grindy MMO games, because those tend to have the issue where content creators will get it on day one and they will just slurp up the content, be like, oh my god, num 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 num, this game's amazing, I'm just gonna keep playing this game. Oh my gosh, I can't stop playing this game, it's so good. Aren't you all playing this game too? Hey, I've been playing this game for 20 hours since it launched yesterday and I'm still streaming. Are there any people in this chat right now that want to come play with me? But I'm only looking for people who have also been no-lifing the game, because I want to do the really, really high-end content and be the first content creator to show y'all how to beat the new raid boss. So like, if you've also no-life the game, come play with me. Whereas without the content creators doing that to try and be the first to get content, I feel like the pace of playing in a lot of like MMO type games would be much slower. There still would be people doing it, but there wouldn't be that like expectation that everybody has to no life the game so that you can get in a lobby with your favorite content creator, you know? Ink Fairy, thank you so much for the tier 1. I really appreciate that. Thank you. This is just painfully sounding like Destiny 2, and it's part of the reason why I stopped playing. Yeah, I mean, that's the curse of MMOs. Anything that is player power based to be the first person to do something is going to very, very much struggle with people feeling like they have to live in the video game, which is a big reason why I know that about myself. I really, really, really love World of Warcraft. I think it's one of my favorite games out there. I seriously do. But I just know that I do not have the ability to like put it down some days. Like I will play it every once in a while if I like know my next few months are gonna be light and I won't have too much work going on. But I just know that if I pick up WoW like right now, my productivity will go down so far, because I just want to be up there with the like higher echelon of players, so I can be pushing that harder content and things. The amount of hours that I know I would need to be putting in to be able to do that, it's just not something I can like do in my life right now. But that's just MMOs in general. I just have a hard time. I very much also suffer for what I'm like asking y'all about when it comes to games outside of Minecraft. Minecraft is easy because it's my job, so I can make time for it as I want and need. But for the other games that I very much struggle with. You watched a 10-hour lore video with your husband to understand what's going on? Dude, Destiny 2 is there's so many expansions. I'm surprised it's only 10 hours. For me personally, I find it's a problem with the Stardew YouTube community where the folks seems to be efficiently beating the game, not just enjoying it. Yeah, that's why I think Gem's Stardew Valley playthroughs that she does have taken off so well on her second channel. Gem just re-uploads her stream VODs, and I'm pretty sure she's in like year 2 and has done like nothing in the game, but it's just like constantly having content of talking with the villagers and just hanging out and just cozy, and like the way the game was kind of originally intended to be played. Have you worked full-time before YouTuber? I worked in software development, or in like IT and database management-y stuff, tech world, fun vibes. Summarized as Seattle startup culture, tech startup culture. I feel like this rock could be a little bit better. It's not my favorite. It looks good from out here, but from up on top of it, it's not the best. Do you enjoy Minecraft now since your job? I still love Minecraft. I'm very, very happy to say that even though I put a lot more hours into Minecraft on a weekly basis, Minecraft has turned into just my art style. Like this Minecraft is my art medium. That's the easiest way to push it, or say it, and just kind of like spin the whole web around it. And so the fact that I get to wake up and just be creative and work on implementing everything that I do, like that, I seriously really do love it. That doesn't mean I'm not frustrated or burnt out or times where this is the last thing I want to do for a day, but overall, I very, very much do enjoy it. Like, I'm very satisfied with what I got to do for my job. There's definitely times where I'm like, I freaking hate this game right now and I do not want to open it and I have to go build something in Minecraft today. I don't want to. And I've definitely went through really, really rough periods of burnout, but that's just that's life. You're gonna hit that no matter how much you love or hate something that you're doing. Burnout will come eventually. What will you build on the mountain? It's gonna be a lot of just like forested landscape, most likely. A mix of forest and like mountain highlands type vibes. And then I want to put a town up here somewhere. I just haven't figured out where yet. I think it's going to be more on that side. We'll have a cool town, so we can have a road come up pretty naturally. How long did it take you to build your PC? Like, this one I didn't build myself. I worked with Seattle Built PCs. Still partnered with them for this one. Absolutely awesome company. They built this one for me. But when usually if I'm like... once I get all the parts, if I'm building my own PC, I usually lock out like 3 to 4 hours. Because I know there's going to be something that I'm going to do wrong. And I'm going to have to come back and redo it. I'm going to have to do, like... In theory, I would like say if I'm like really trying to speed build a PC, I could probably do it in an hour and a half. But usually I just kind of say, okay, the rest of my day is blocked to either build this PC or it's blocked out to get files moved over to the PC. But it's not a quick thing. If you are building one for the first time, give yourself a lot of time. Like if you're building a PC for the first time, give yourself a weekend day, like a whole day on a weekend, or just be okay with not completing it in one day. I think that's the other probably more healthy way to do it. Instead of like me, I have to get this done now, and we're staying here to do it until it's done. We're having fun. You know? What are your specs? I have a, what do I have? I have the simple F3 screen on. I have a 4090, and then I have an i9. I can't remember everything else. It's pretty much like what was the top of the line specs before the most recent series came out. Place a netherite block at 0, 0. I don't have a netherite block. Actually, I might. I think I actually have some netherite blocks. I lied to you. I'm sorry. But no. Not wasting another right block for that. May I ask how your F3 screen is so condensed with mods included? Yeah, it's a mod. It's a great mod. You add mods that make your F3 screen stupid, and then you add a mod that makes your F3 screen better. That's like a must need. Yeah, it's really, really nice, especially with Litematica and all them installed. Especially with how much Minecraft was like utilizing this section here with all the block information on it, which like is useful. And you can also, using clean F3, you can turn lines on and off that you wish that you want on there. By default, it's pretty bare bones. You do need to install, like, re-enable some things that you might want if you're like me. But it is very nice. I do like it. There's also that better F3 mod, but I don't like all the colors and everything it changes and the animation to it. I don't need like a swooping in animation every time I open the F3 screen. I just want it there. This one still feels very vanilla without changing much, which is nice. Really just like haphazardly placing stone in. We're getting there. It's all coming in. The plan is coming together, but I am just kind of woo. Just hold right click and look around. We'll see if this being dirt up here looks okay, or if I feel the need to change it out to be grass or snow or something. But for now, I'm just kind of leaving it all in. The goal of today is just get blocks down. So all I want to do on stream is just place blocks. And convince y'all to click the like button. However I can do that, that's the goal. That's second goal is first goal, place blocks. Second goal, how do I convince chat to click the like button? That's my stream goals every single day. Actually, sometimes the goal is break blocks. Second goal always still remains, but the first goal is always place and or break. And or murder. Well, Minecraft mobs in the video game. I liked it as soon as you put the starting thing. Thank you. Offer YouTube chat candy. Anima, I think that could be a little creepy from me in my position. Hey, you want a piece of candy? What? Then Minecraft YouTubers known for some weird things. I don't think I want to be offering people candy. Don't want to be lumped in with them. It's fair. We're up to the schnurr. Schnurr. Audience is too young for candy offering. Mountain. Oh, we missed a block. It's gonna get there. It's gonna get there. Just need to pull up. Ah, it's getting there. All right, I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back with y'all, my friends, and here we go. Aha, mountain. You're back. Hi. Hello. Should I just leave the chair here? Should I just... Chair can keep doing it. All that cool stuff. Dude, we haven't got 60 likes for the chair stream. God dang it. Do you even want me to... Should I just leave the chair on? I'm really curious. No, I mean, Twitch would take my stream down. Sorry, I'm opening a snack. Twitch would take my stream down, but I don't think YouTube would care. There's worse streams on YouTube than that. But I wonder if I just like left a stream on, because it's every single time that I stream, it's just like I let the chair go, and I just got up for a minute, and suddenly viewers go up and likes go up. I don't know what it is, man. Dude, if I could get the chair to build a mountain for me and I can just go play Oblivion or something, you'd be insane to think I wouldn't do it. Okay. Sorry, it's snack time. We're gonna keep working from this side going up, and then we'll finish from there coming up. See what we can get done in here. Well, you can technically get something to build the mountain for you, but people are saying you're cheating by using Litematica. True. I don't know. Kalani seemed to get pretty good responses when he did a video about getting an AI to build it for him in his Minecraft world. And he also technically plays hardcore. I don't know if Kalani counts as a legitimate hardcore Minecraft playthrough anymore, but like he makes great videos. I think opening the metaverse kind of took him out of your stereotypical Minecraft hardcore content creator. But maybe he was out of that before when he got the Pether Nordle. If you know, you know. Thurins, I totally understand that it's a hard time for you if you're missing a pet or something, but please don't keep spamming that in chat. If you're struggling with something, please go seek help somewhere else than a YouTube chat. There are many people much more equipped to help you out. If you need somebody to chat to, then you'll get in a random Minecraft YouTube chat. But I'm sorry you're having a rough time right now, but make sure if you really are struggling, you can go chat with somebody who's in a position where they can help you. Anonymous, thanks for gifting the sub to Little Ghost Spooky. You gonna do the stone slab stairs thing to spawn proof the mountain? Ideally, yes. Realistically, I don't know if I'm gonna do that. It's the same thing with like lighting up the terrain underneath. If I were to light up the terrain underneath, then I probably would. Because I can show y'all. Let's do this. Let's turn this off. Then we go F3B for hitboxes. And we'll just a little spooky cheetah cam. How the heck is a mob gonna spawn on top when they're all down there? Also realized that I have apparently missed spaces. Have I? Maybe it just light glitched? Or no, is there... No, there's no light in there. No. I got just glitched light. There's no way I've missed a block in here. Yeah, there's no miss. Dude, that's so dark. Wow. That was really dark. I think I'd be missing one like right down in here though. That I did miss one. Okay. Yeah, we could do layers of... I would love to do... I think snow layers would look better than doing stone like slabs and stairs. So I'm more interested in doing snow layers and things, but again, I think that's just kind of going to be not a primary goal. The primary goal is to get a mountain range that we can then build on top of, and if we come back and start fine detailing areas, that's great. But this is meant to be something that you view from a distance. So we could put in all those fine details and it would make it look like 5% better. But putting in those fine details might triple the amount of time to build the project. So it would make it better. But if it's something where we're not viewing it from up close to really experience those fine, fantastic details, it can be a bit of a waste of time. Because doing that little fine detail work just takes so much longer when it comes to stairs and slabbing and all that. And especially the snow layers, because each of those, even with Litematica, you still have to click every single snow layer that you put in. So you're just adding hours and hours of holding right click when you might not really get that much benefit out of it. So, like, in theory, super interested in doing it. In reality, I don't think it's gonna happen. Yeah, I've not found the horse yet. That challenge is still gonna be open for whenever the world download comes out. I'm hoping, dude. Maybe you'll get like a little mountaintop farm. That can be the first building that we build up here. There'll be just a little farm somewhere, and we'll make a road that goes all the way to it, and somebody can have a little farm. You have the first building in the mountains. Whoever finds the horse. The bounty is just going to keep going up until the horse gets found or determined lost and cannot be found. If it's not found within a month of the world download going out, it's going to upgrade to you get a manor. Get a little fortified manor on a hill. Radish is MIA, it's true. You get your own horse stables? Yeah. You get your own line of horses in this world. Next to the whole mountain range? No, don't be silly. Come on. Straight to galaxy. Build it. We'll do I built an entire galaxy in hardcore Minecraft, and then we go build something out in the end that's actually like 2,000 blocks because it's just a big circle. Sorry, too soon. No, that phase really ended. Pretty happy that phase ended. Was that guy that really popularized it? Was it Chris DeChow, I think it was? The first time, interesting. Every time after that was... You're talking about building this giant, massive, overwhelming thing that's never been done before, and I'm pretty sure, like, all you did was, like, 3 commands in creative. mean this isn't vanilla? This is vanilla Minecraft. Got nothing in here that actually changes the game. What you're looking at here is called Litematica, which is a 3D blueprint tool of something that I have already built myself in a creative copy of this world. And then instead of needing to remember exactly where blocks place, I can bring that in as a 3D hologram blueprint that I can copy. So that I can chat with y'all more easily while we're building. Yeah, we're just cleaning through block placing today. So do you do all your builds twice? More or less, yeah. More or less. Do I play Roblox? No, I've never played Roblox. I don't even have a... Actually, I do have a Roblox account now. Because some little kid wasn't able to get a Roblox account through their parents' email. So they decided to use my email, my business email, to make a Roblox account. And guess which dummy forgot their password? And went to reset the password and got and I got a lovely email saying your Roblox password has been reset. You can change it here. And so I opened it up out of curiosity because I was like, all right, this is the legit Roblox site. Like, I didn't click the link in the email, but I went to the Roblox website and put in my email to try and reset the password, and it worked. So I now have a Roblox account that I don't know if it's very well established or not, but from all of like the stats and everything that it had, and they had a lot of hours played. Like, it had like hundreds of hours of played in that. And you know, that just sucks for the kid. You're gonna steal somebody else's email to make an account. Yeah, best not forget your password. That's all I'm saying. Because that's my Roblox account now. So technically I do have a Roblox account now. Still don't know what a Roblox is, but I have an account. Big L for the kid. Yeah, but don't take my email. I was waiting for the, hey, excuse me, I used this email to set my Roblox account when I was 10, and now I'm like 15, and I can't get my Roblox account anymore. I'm like, no, sorry. How long did it take you to create it, making creative? That mountain range, and then there's some over there. I did like 6 hours of creative planning yesterday. Old man core, I don't know what a Roblox is. Yeah. I will always, hopefully, still, forever, never know what a Roblox is. Yeah, we're not cheating and making any resources, by the way, by doing this. Like, everything in here that we're placing down is coming from my own shulker boxes. Like, all of these things are things that we've gathered up from digging out the river or removing mountains. So, yeah. Do you guys have any tools to help building creative? Yeah, I use Axiom. Axiom is insanely good for building. If you want to get into creative building, just... You need to learn Axiom. If you wanna get into, like, honestly, if you like to pre-plan your builds before you put them in survival in any way, shape, or form, you need to learn Axiom. It is by far the best building mod on the market right now, and it's free. So it's not even in the market unless free is the market. Free real estate. we'll just bring some snow around here. I don't plan to take it all the way out. We'll do the whole snow top. That's fine. Yeah, we, if I can stream on Friday, we might do a little creative planning to keep the mountain range going further. But it's going to depend on how many days I'm out in this world and all that. Because I don't want to just stream the entire building process for it, because then that's not as fun to see in the video and everything. So I gotta be careful how much I'm showing, you know? Gotta keep some bit of surprise. So we'll do this entire half on stream probably. We're 2 hours in today. I'm gonna stream for at least another hour. Sid's got a big call coming up right now, and I don't want to go down and make a bunch of noise in the kitchen. So we're at least streaming until she's done with that. And then I gotta go to the grocery store. Yeah, this is called Litematica. It's used in combination with Axiom for a lot of people that are content creators, because you can pre-plan in creative, and then you can create a blueprint of it, and then you can just load it. So like if I were to take, let's just take this cargo ship. This is the old cargo ship from the Amplified world. So that you just then you can move it around as you want. So you can move it wherever you want to place it in the world. You can see it getting moved around there, and then you can go and actually build the thing yourself. So it just becomes a really, really useful tool for making yourself more effective in building. What series or movie have you watched recently that you'd recommend? I don't really watch a whole lot of movies or TV, to be honest. I did just finish Moonrise on Netflix. That was pretty good. It did get a bit predictable, but it was good. It was a good background watch. I was watching it in the background while I was grinding away on building out a lot of the landscape in here. Just needed some noise in the background. Yeah, I'm kind of just like looking for more Minecraft videos to watch on YouTube. I feel like not a whole lot of Minecrafters are uploading consistent content right now. At least not in the circle of people that I typically watch, so I'm like trying to find new Minecraft content to watch, but my home feed is not doing it. It keeps giving me political content, and I'm like, I don't want to watch Fox News. I don't want to feel sad about myself. No. Like, I don't care what news agency is on my feed. I don't want to watch it because it's all just sad. I don't need that in my life right now. Have you watched Librarian? No idea what that is. I'm watching the Just Create S&P. Yeah, I've been watching a few people on there just occasionally when I'm really looking for something. How long ago was the Amplified world? That was before this series started, so at least 3 years. Because I remember I started it after Caves and Cliffs Part 1 came out, because I was really excited to get into Caves and Cliffs, and then it didn't happen. So I was like, well, this is the next best thing, closest thing. YouTube friends, click the like button if you haven't already. We got 1,600 people in here, and we are at 900 likes right now. We're almost at 1,000. Landers, thanks so much for the 15 months, my dude. I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Waxrod. Yeah, I like Waxrod's videos every once in a while. I really like him as a person. He seems just like a super chill individual. His videos sometimes are a little too chill for me, that I'm like, I need to be in the right chill, just want to hang vibe. Otherwise, they're just a little too chill. And that's not a him problem. That's a me problem. I think what they do is great. It's just sometimes it's a little too chill for my vibe. Which I'm sure sometimes my videos are probably too excited for the vibe you're looking for. Because I know my videos tend to be a little bit more active, especially than my streams. What about Hefty Dude? I've watched 1 or 2 of Hefty Dude's videos, I think. Mr. Beardstone? Yeah, Mr. Beardstone's good, dude. Yeah, I've known Mr. Beardstone for a long time. Way back before his create days, even before his hardcore days. The only news I need is the Misadventure Weekly Update. True. How do you become a member? There's a join button under the stream, like above the description. Little thumbs up button right down there too. You can click while you're at it. While you're looking around, you know. Oh, we're out of Schnurr. Oh, Schnurr! Have you watched Wombat? Yeah, I've seen some of their vids.
Pleased to meet
Hey,
you.
you can hang out in the stream here every once in a while. Nostradame, wow, thank you so much for the Prime. Appreciate it. Oh, we went through a shulker of snow already. Yeah, Joshua, I heard they're pretty great. I heard they make some of the best videos on the platform. Gonna go around the back here just loosely at this layer. Subscribe, just subscribe. Thanks dude. Okay, we'll get the snow in and then we'll focus on that peak. I tried really not making these mountains too spiky. Like, I really tried having a lot of flatter spaces in them, but still, like, rounded out. And I think I like it. I think it's gonna be one that I'm gonna need to, like, just chew on for a little bit after we finish. Of just seeing if I really like how it all came together in the end. Because we can always come back and redo these, too. Gotta hit the right keybind to turn that off. It's fine, totally fine, totally fine. That's only the second time we've fallen through, totally fine. Maybe I just leave my elytra on when we're up here. There's no mobs that are gonna spawn. That's probably the safer idea. Just discovered fWhip about halfway through his goblin arc. Yeah, that's a good arc. Great arc. Great arc in the fWhip timeline. We have a totem, if anything. I don't want to be top of the totem falling off the train. That's a long fall, though. That's a long fall right there. I can't be dying now. We got mountains to build. Right, I said we were gonna build the other one, and then I'm over here building this one. Right, back over here, please. Leaving elytra on because fWhip has never died building. Yeah, and I died building a mountain last time because my elytra was on. Why do you think I've been putting the chest piece on? Random question. This song we're listening to is part of the Minecrafted, that like 8-bit version of it. Of a lot of the music that they have. Does anybody know if that came out on vinyl? I feel like I would buy this one. I don't know if it came out on vinyl, but I feel like I would buy it. I might be too late because it's like a year or two old now, so they might have already sold, but I feel like I would definitely buy this on vinyl. Yes, I have a record player. Play Fortnite as well? Nah, you don't want to see me play Fortnite. I already have to lose that other video games enough. I don't need to play Fortnite. I don't play many first-person shooters. I'll play first-person shooters if they're like a story, but battle royales have just never interested me. I'm not a big PvP gamer in general. The only games that I used to enjoy PvP in a lot were strategy games. So like I loved StarCraft, loved Age of Empires, loved Warcraft 3. Those were my preferred PvP games for genres. But I've just never been into first-person shooters. Halo 3, I actually was pretty big into on the Xbox Live scene back in the day on the Xbox 360. But that was mostly just because I hadn't really gotten into strategy games yet, and I feel like I was much better when I was younger about being able to very, very casually just like play an online game. But now I know it's dumb, but I definitely am like, I get frustrated if I'm like really just getting destroyed, or if I feel like I'm getting farmed. I'm just like, why am I playing? I don't want to be here. I'm gonna do nothing else. So that's kind of when I tend to be like, yeah, maybe I just don't need to be playing these. I tried getting into WoW PvP for a while because some of my buddies are really into that, and I was actually pretty good at WoW PvP for like, I was like upper middle bracket. I just didn't have the amount of hours and years of experience to really like push up farther ahead in the PvP scene, but I was doing pretty good. I was at like 2200 rating in the solo queue system, but I just never held my attention for too long. I always felt like, yeah, I could play like 3 games. I'm like, all right, I'm done. I want to do something else. I feel like that's any PvP game for me. If I boot it up and I'm playing solo, I'm like, okay, I played 2 matches. I want to go play something else. Or I need somebody else to join in. I can hang and play PvP games or whatever with like a group of buddies for hours. If we're just like in a call having a good time laughing and like do not care about winning and just hanging, I'm there. I'm happily there for a long time. But if I'm just like playing solo, trying to get all that whatever done and like trying to just farm up the ranks and everything, I'm like, I cannot be bothered. I just can't do it. Like, I don't know why I'm putting myself in more stress when I'm already stressed enough off of workday stuff. I've never tried Marvel Rivals. I used to be really into Overwatch. Way back in like original Overwatch, like when it first released, I played Overwatch a ton and I really enjoyed it. It was fun. I had a really good time with it. But I just kind of felt like that ran its course for me, and I feel like Marvel Rivals kind of hits the same element on that for me. So I'm just not really interested in it. I've watched some people play it. Like I've turned Shroud's stream on quite a few times when Marvel Rivals was new to see what the game was about. I was like, huh, looks interesting, but never so much that I was like, I want to play this. And again, that's probably more because if I had buddies who were like, hey, you want to come play Marvel's Rivals, I'd be like, I suck, but sure. Like I could do that, but I'm never gonna like go pick it up solo. I just feel like I have such limited time to play casual games or games outside of Minecraft, just with life things taking priority as they should. That like I don't know. I just don't really want to spend it playing a PvP game that's just making me frustrated. Like, this is supposed to be something I'm doing to relax and have a good time, and I'm just over here being like, ah! I don't even get that mad or that heated, but I'm just like, I just don't like that side of me, I guess. So I'm just like, I was gonna do something a little bit healthier for where I stand, I think. Jaden, thanks for hanging. You have a going, all right? Please tell me you watched Star Wars Episode 3 when it came back out. It was such an experience. Star Wars, like the Star Wars Episode 3 when it came. What's Star Wars Episode 3 that came back out? Like the movie? I mean, I remember watching the prequels in the theater as a kid. Was there like a new Episode 3 that came out? Are you gonna be adding in powdered snow? Nope. I ain't bringing buckets of powdered snow up here. They re-released it in theaters recently? Oh, no, I haven't seen that. Did not hear about that. Maybe while I'm finishing in the mountains, I could turn on a Star Wars in the background. I want to watch Andor, though. I haven't watched Andor Season 2 yet. And Sid said she didn't want to watch it, so that means I got the green light go-ahead of I can watch it all. And binge it all at once. $1K likes. Thank you, y'all. Appreciate it. Exactly 1,000, too. Exactly 1,000. Alright, this side back here, we're just not really going to be filling in because I'm assuming a lot of it's going to get changed. So we'll just do something like right there. Absolutely peak cinema. Yeah. I do appreciate that the prequels seem to be aging well. So many people, I feel like, used to be like, the prequels are so bad. But then, like, now that they've also aged and people now have, like, rose-tinted glasses for the prequels, I feel like people are like, no, the prequels are actually not that bad. Like, compared to the OG films, like, not that bad. I'm sure there's a few quirks and things in them, but, like, yeah, they all aged fairly well. Let me do the backside of this. What was I thinking? We need our spoilers now. Drop everything. Is this whole thing not a spoiler? I mean, technically, I gave you all the spoiler as stream started. Let me finish this mountain, and then I can show y'all some stuff. I can't log out, otherwise I'd be losing my time lapse. Apparently, Flashback has a way where you can log in and out of worlds, and it'll keep the recording going. Somebody was telling me that recently. I was not aware that's a thing, so I'm gonna need to look into that. Andor starts off okay in the second season, but it picks itself back up real fast, and it's amazing to see. Yeah, I know a lot of people are pretty upset about how the Empire was portrayed in the first episode. I haven't even watched any of it yet, but so spoiler-free zone here. This is your anti-spoiler. If you spoil it, you will be banned. But I feel like it's, I don't know. I feel like it was setting it up for being like, no, the Empire really are bad people. Are you not bored yet? No, I get to hang out with y'all and chat and place blocks and do things and talk with people. It's makes it a lot easier to get through these big projects. I also have, I'm really good at just like turning my brain off and just like placing blocks. No one hates Star Wars like Star Wars fans. Yeah, diehard Star Wars fans are kind of the reason Star Wars dies one day. It's true. The people who think they know exactly what Star Wars needs and the best thing ever for Star Wars are going to be the people that kill Star Wars one day. Like, that's just, but that's true of any fandom. Like, nobody's more harsh on a product than the biggest fans of the product. And they're also the first ones to see the product every single time because they're just like so hyped that it's actually happening. But then they don't really, you know, they overset expectations and then they are let down almost every single time. Or they're let down off of this absurd expectation that they set, and then it becomes like hard for anything to be able to deliver on anything, you know. Just gonna get a bunch of this. I can put a little bit of this dirt back. I'm not really using much of it. Bring 2 stacks with us. Do you have any terraforming tips? Take the time to zoom back out and make sure that you're looking at it well, like from a distance, and then also making sure that you are giving think about like the biggest thing for terraforming that I always recommend is think about like how the land has aged over time. If you're building a landscape, that landscape was not created right now. That landscape has been created over thousands upon thousands of years of erosion and whatever you want to call it, and just like time has affected it. And so you need to put that effect onto here. So like this little channel right here is actually a great example of how time can affect something, because this little channel right here shows that this is a route where when all the snow starts melting up top, it's been carving through the rock, creating this cut through here, and then it kind of goes that way, and you can see it loosely kind of lines up to there. So maybe it moves off there and then up there, and then you can see that kind of follows these lines all the way kind of down, blah, 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 or it probably would just go into that little river when it's really running and everything. So when you're landscaping and terraforming, if you can focus on that, you can focus on how the land has aged. That's going to give you the best result. And then you need to think about how to have cohesion between your different terraforming projects that you work on, especially if you line them up. A great way to divide terraforming projects is waterways. Hence why I do so many rivers and things as I'm working around in these places. Just gonna fill that in. So I would say that's a very important one to be able to throw in. Like this river over there is a great dividing point between that kind of like mountain that type over there and then a natural river, and then a slightly different type of mountain here. Shows that the water may be eroded from that side coming down here, and this comes down there. So they've had different ways for to
Pleased
weather.
to meet you.
And different types of tectonic plates pushing and blah, blah, blah. I know
Joined
that's
the
getting really in
stream
the weeds,
late
but...
today. Hope everyone is having a good day.
Savvy Artist, thank you for the 4 months. I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hope you're having a good day as well. That's one thing I've gotten good at since watching your videos. Yeah, I think that's probably the easiest way to terraform, in my opinion, is just build a big lump. Just a big ol' blob, and start add a few tall points sticking out the top of the blob, where you're like, you know, I want this to be the highest point that I have, and I want it over here. And maybe you're like, I want another taller point right over there. And then how it just like all the erosion junk coming down in between it, and you'll end up with something that you're happy with. 9 times out of 10, like you'll end up with something that looks pretty solid. Like what we have in here, I still think could use some work. I think if I had put another few hours into it, I could make something even better than what we have. But I'm kind of still learning Axiom landscaping tools when I was doing this. So made it a little bit more iffy on just trying to get things done, which like I'm very okay with the result. I like the result that I have. I think it works out well.
Scattered remains of stone ruins and broken trails would be great on your high snowy mountains for some Dun Moreau vibes.
True, Dave. Dun Moreau would be a fun one. I do love the mountains they have there. That's nostalgia. Dude, that Vanilla WoW cinematic when the dwarf hunter is up on top of the hill with his bear fighting the Tauren. Oh, that's nostalgia right there. Right in the nostalgia. What day is it? It's not actually snapshot day, my dude. Sorry. I was about to lie to you. Yesterday was snapshot day. Kind of bummed we can't really look into them and start a stream anymore. I mean, granted, it only came out yesterday, but I feel like I'm like, that's old news. That's yesterday news. Also, there's not many super fun things to talk about in the snapshots right now, so. It's all kind of under the hood changes for the most part. The bow and arrow thing is kind of cool. They changed the accuracy on bow and arrows so that they're a lot more consistent now, which is kind of nice. A little surprised they did that. Because I thought before they'd been like, we like the randomness that comes with it. I'm going to be hitting so many bullseyes in MCC now once that gets in there. You best believe I'm going to be destroying Dodge Bolt. That was definitely the reason why I was missing so much. But what day is it in game? Oh, 9,901. We've done it. 99 days. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. 99 days, 99 days. "99 days to landscape and mountain." That's what I was on about. Fair. 99 bottles of pop on the wall, exactly. 99 days of Minecraft to play. Sleep one round. Don't pass it around because it's single player. 98 Minecraft days to play. I'm West. I got a lot to do. I only got 99 days to do it. West. We're almost out of stone. Wesseed. Are you gonna texture the mountains anytime soon? Same with the river rocks. I would love to, but it's lower on the priority list. Right now, the priority is clearing out shulker boxes of stuff. If that means eventually we come back in and texture up the mountains, absolutely love it. That would be fantastic. But I'm at the point right now in this world where I have quite literally hundreds of thousands of stone and dirt that have just sitting in shulker boxes to the point where I have no shulker boxes that are empty. So I kind of, for like the joke of it almost, and also being able to just like work on this project again, decided that for day 10,000, my goal was going to be to see how many possible shulker boxes I could empty. And this is where we are. Must get lonely in single player? Nah. It's a different way of playing the game. I actually find that multiplayer Minecraft is more lonely than single player Minecraft. Multiplayer, I have an expectation that I will be playing with other people. In here, I have an expectation that nobody else will be here, and it'll just be me. And I can do whatever the heck I want in here, and I don't have to worry about anybody's opinion. I can make what I want, where I want, how I want to do it. I don't have to take anything else into consideration other than, do I think this is a cool idea? That, to me, is awesome. That is so great. I can play exactly how I want, for how long I want. I don't have to worry about the pacing of anybody else in here. I can do whatever I want. If I'm playing on a multiplayer server, which has happened in every single multiplayer server I have played on in a very, very, very long time, there is the original few weeks of hype, where it's super, super fun. Everybody's on 24/7. They're getting their first stuff set up. And then slowly it just kind of slows down how often people are online. People get busy. People start going on trips. They start coordinating recording times instead of just being on the server and letting things happen naturally. And to me, that starts to get to the point where I'm like, I just wish everybody was still online. Like, it's sure, I get people are busy and it's not a realistic expectation that everybody's just going to join an SMP server and live on there 24/7. Like, I don't want to do that either. But for me, if I log into here, I'm just going to get to work on doing my next thing. I'm having a great time. If I log on to Misadventures right now and nobody else is online, I want to log off. And I have no desire to go through the grind. Even if I'm not talking to the person, I just want to know that like other people are online. So I'm not in there alone, because then I feel very, very alone in what I'm doing. So I'm assuming that's not a fully uncommon thing, and I definitely know it's like a my own fault problem thing, because I'm also like part of the problem by not being on there all the time. But yeah, that's kind of why I prefer single players, because the more I play multiplayer, if I'm the only one on it, the more I kind of feel like I'm like, why am I even here? I could be doing my own thing. Us mods vibing in the voice chat together, not talking much. Dude, something about just being in a voice call with the buds, the friend group, and y'all are doing your own thing, but you're still just in there hanging. Good times, great times. 10 out of 10 would hang again. Don't need to talk. It's just literally everybody can have their mic muted, but just something in there, just like, you know, just like, all right, there's other people in here too that we're playing, and like if somebody wants to talk, they'll say something, but we're all doing our own thing. I used to do that playing WoW all the time with my buddies. We would all be doing our own thing, working on our characters different ways. Some people would be out like gathering materials to level up professions or make some gold. Other people would be running the raid or dungeons or PvP, whatever. Like there'd be like 10 of us in a Discord call, just chilling. Somebody would say something every once in a while. People would chime in, start talking. Be it. Great hang. Every group does need a resident extrovert. It's true. Otherwise, who's going to organize the things? Parallel play? Huh. Never heard that term before. You need your resident extrovert to send out the call of, hey, who wants to get in a group chat? I think I missed from lockdown Minecraft server with the friends. Dude, Minecraft really like just got a chokehold again on gaming time in the pandemic. It just got to be so easy to be like, hey, we're all here vibing. Nobody's really got anything to do besides like getting your work done for the day, and who wants to come play Minecraft? So good. Which mountains are you building? This is the custom landscape. There's gas. The gas farm output is in that mountain, and the creeper farm's in there. Well, one of my creeper farms. Me with 3 gunpowder farms in this world. Why am I always still running out of gunpowder? I don't know why I'm always out of gunpowder. I thought I had enough stuff. It has farms built up everywhere, but never is nearby them. How many mountains have you built so far in this world? How many? Ooh, that's looking pretty good on the map. We have that mountain that we built. I think that's actually might be it. This was a mountain we removed. This was also a giant place we removed. Yeah, yeah, we didn't build the mountain here. That was kind of there.
I'm telling you, an ender pearl chunk loader thing at the rocket factory in the Dwarven area would solve a lot of problems.
I would just be full on sugarcane though. There wouldn't be any gunpowder spawning because mobs still only spawn within 128 blocks of the player. Yeah, I don't think, well, technically like that one's half built. This one will be half built. Like we're kind of working on the inner face of this area in here. Yeah, the chunk loaders only work on generating non-entity based materials, but because entities like creepers would be an entity, they'll only spawn with 128 blocks of the player. So unfortunately, creeper farm will not work with an ender pearl chunk loader. Yeah, sorry, Diacastral. Thank you for the biddies though. I do believe things like cactus farms and sugarcane farms can work now, though, because before they also had to be with 128 blocks of a player to tick. So now I believe that they do work. You gonna build on top of it? This mountain? No, but the general terrain out here, yes. I need to start figuring out how we can move from what we have currently to doing like a lot of big snowy areas. That'll be a fun vibe. I still want to make it look very like Highland, but like snow-covered highlands. My goal at least. Make one every 128 blocks, a creeper farm. Oh, that's my last stone. Never mind. True. I'm about to build on a creeper farm in my survival world. Should be 7,000 gunpowder an hour. Yeah, I just don't like AFKing. The gas farm I have is a few thousand gunpowder an hour. I think it's like before nerf it was 12,000 an hour. I don't know what it is now. And then the creeper farm I have is probably like 2,000-3,000 an hour there. And then the creeper farm that we have out here, that if I were to spawn proof this entire mountain would be about 10,000 gunpowder an hour probably. So like I have them, I just don't like to AFK. I really try my hardest to not AFK in this world because I want the day count to be very legitimate based off of the projects that I've been doing, not just me sitting around AFK. So I did, unfortunately, I'm really bummed about it, but in order to just get last week's project done, I did have to AFK for like 2 hours, and I like didn't sleep through any of it and was really I was like, oh man, there goes like 6 days or 3 days, but I just could not get enough materials. Yeah, so like most, if not all of the 10,000 days that are in here, I would say I've probably only AFK'd for a total of like 100 days since that went. I would say if you are working a full-time job and like you're playing Minecraft as a hobby, I think AFKing is, I mean, even if you're playing Minecraft as a full-time job like me, I like to keep my day count literally as small as I possibly can have it so that when we hit those big monumental numbers like 10,000, can really be like, holy cow, we have done so much in the 10,000 days versus 5,000 of the 10,000 days being AFK time. I also personally think it makes better content to have to go get materials. It makes better, more approachable content. If the content that like a creator is making is all purely just like I already have all these resources, let's go pick them up from this farm, blah blah blah, remember we built this thing 10 episodes ago, blah 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 blah, blah. Like that to me kind of just gets a little boring and repetitive. Like you can only watch that so many times, whereas if you're granted resource gathering also is there, but that's also feels just much more Minecrafty, of having to go out and get the stuff to make the things to do the stuff, you know, like that just feels Minecrafty. Where it's cool to have all the farms, but I do find that after a while of having all the farms, that it's just kind of every farm that you make, you're getting rid of gameplay. That's like a big thing for me nowadays. I feel like that's something that I just like focus on constantly, is just missing a little bit up there, and I'm missing these guys. Laggy. Did you start on Bedrock? No, I've been playing Minecraft since far before Bedrock was a thing. This is a laggy mess. Clever World, been watching back on this world. What great job you did. Thanks, Ian. Appreciate it. Random question time. Would you change a Bedrock if you had to? If Minecraft just fully stopped updating Java Edition, I would look into considering it. But if Bedrock plays as it currently plays, I would probably just stick to whatever the newest version of Java is and start adding mods in. I do not like how playing Bedrock feels. I think Bedrock is a pretty good game if you're used to it, but if you grew up playing Java, Bedrock just feels different. The movement feels different. The functionality of a lot of things just feels different. It's one of those things where it's like when you're so used to one, the other just feels like a weird clone of the other of it, and that they have the same features, but like they're not really the same game. You have any food on you? I got 27. We still got some pork chops left. So I don't know. I feel like if Bedrock really did like fully take over and Java was donezo, that would be a hard one. That'd be really, really difficult to figure out what I'd want to do. Like I really don't like the idea of having to swap to Bedrock, but if they actually made Bedrock into a good version of the game that like was like no argument a better version of Minecraft, I would consider it. But right now Bedrock to me is not a better version of Minecraft. I think it's a better version for a lot of people and how they play the game, but for me and how I play the game, Bedrock is not a better version of Minecraft. How many hours have I spent building it, like this landscape? I don't know how many hours we have. We're over 170,000 blocks placed in this landscape, though. Definitely after today. We've placed so many blocks today. We've done well over 10 shoulder blocks today. I think we're probably closing in on 30, like 30,000 blocks placed so far today. Oh, come on. Bedrock is elite. I really want to move to parentheses. I really want to move to Java. Yeah, like I saw a video yesterday of somebody playing in a hardcore Minecraft world on Bedrock where they posted like one of theirs like how did I die here moments, and they jumped into a cave, into water, and then died of fall damage. In Bedrock. And I was like, ooh, I don't know how anybody plays hardcore mode on Bedrock. Like, anybody who has a long-term hardcore world on Bedrock, dude, I would be stressed anytime I logged into that thing, just anticipating something getting me killed from a weird bug. There's just so many bugs that just cause you to die in Bedrock, and like that alone is like, I'm like, I don't want to play that. Yeah, like, I love the Mojang development team so much. I think they're really talented at what they do. I just don't know how these bugs on Bedrock have been here this long, because they're like game-breaking bugs that are just kind of ignored and been like, yeah, haha, it's just a quirky part of Bedrock. It's like, no, this is really bad. Like, this makes it kind of unplayable. If you're just randomly flying around and you suddenly get fall damage that causes you to die, like, that's not just haha, a fun quirky bug. Like, that's a game-breaking experience. Yeah, I just need to finish this mountain peak, and then y'all can have a spoiler. I kind of already did the spoiler though, but like I'll give you guys a better view of it. You all a better view of it. Like, I never want to trash talk Mojang. Like, I think they're great, but yeah, I'm kind of bummed to see how many bugs are still existing in Bedrock. Also, it's one of those where I just wonder how much it's the difference between the Java team and the Bedrock team. But I know they're all definitely developing features for each other. At least, like, fleshing them out and then converting it. But yeah, it's kind of weird. That's kind of weird. I manage that. Use a longer day? No. I'm on the regular 10-minute day cycle. Or 20-minute day cycle. I've considered it, but no. Look at that. Starting to look like mountain. I actually don't have that much left. It's all just there and then down. Snow do I still need? Oh. Just 1,000. Okay. Just under that. Yeah. That stone count is wrong by far. I know that much. Yeah, we're getting there. Slowly. Missed that one. Maybe I should turn that off when I'm coming into land. Yeah, much better. See? I think we can get the rest from the top. Pretty disappointed to see you fall for one of those faked Bedrock bug videos unsubbed. No, that was I mean, I'm pretty sure it was a legit bug. Mostly because I've also seen other people have bugs like that. But yeah, cool. Now, what I don't typically fall for is the ones that are like, how did this warden spawn in my base? Me and my friend said there's nothing spooky about it, but we had a warden just spawn in our base recently. Anybody know what's up? It's like, no, your buddy spawned a warden on you. I really love when they're like, nobody has admin access here. This is my server. And then you talk to them and they're like, oh, yeah, I did give my buddy admin access a month ago. I forgot to take that away. You're like, that. strange hill to die on. Yeah, the hill of saying that Bedrock is not a buggy version of Minecraft is a weird, kind of weird. That's okay. What mouse do I use? I have a Corsair Scimitar. It's one of the 12-button MMO mice. Not a big fan of this corner here. This might need to get a little more erosion done to it. Kind of rushed this little section here. This whole face, I think, could be a little bit different. We'll get it in as is for now, and I'll keep moving. But I might come back and tweak it a little later. I feel like it's one of those things, there's just like so many weird hills to die on. Like I get people who tell me on my videos that they're unsubbing because when I'm talking through building something, I'm talking as if I'm like building it in real time instead of having like creative planned it before. And then I'm like, what about the idea that I took notes before I built the thing so that I could have notes on what to talk about that I was thinking about when I did it? And they're like, you're obviously lying. Like, okay. I feel like it's a little bit better to be like,
I'm gonna unsub.
Cam, thank you for the 2 months. That's okay, Cam. That's okay. That's fine. You can unsub if you want. I appreciate the 2 months, though. That's a great sub. I don't know why it showed the gift sub from Jewel notification on for that. Hope you're doing well, Cam. You're not the type of person to lie. I try not to. Like I don't need to fake anything. Like if y'all don't like my content, I'm not gonna fake my content to try and get to something that people like. Like that sounds so stressful to try and keep that up. Like there's all those people that have the cheated, hacked hardcore worlds or like the fake hardcore hearts and everything, or the people that have like reset their deaths so many times in hardcore, and I'm like, you have to be so stressed every single time you record and edit a video to make sure that you're actually editing that stuff out properly. Because if you don't edit it out and you're caught once, your whole thing's done and your brand integrity is just gone. Like I don't understand how people can go through all that and still be like, yeah, no, it's fine. I'm not stressed. I just take the line across here. This area. Joel said there's no escape for at least 1 more month. True. That's okay though. People unsub or subscribe for the weirdest reasons all the time. I'm not gonna hold people to anything. Oh, this is just a lot of blank stone. We don't need any of this back here. We'll go to like here. Yeah, that'll be fine. Easy. I wouldn't unsub if you did that. Your content is good. Thanks, I appreciate that. Yeah. I know even if I like go on some crazy midlife crisis thing and, you know, have some questionable thoughts and things, I know I'll at least have a few people to support. It wouldn't be weird at all. What? No, if I ever start doing that, somebody take my internet away from me. Go like Okay, Grandpa fWhip, time to put the internet away for the day. I'm really interested to see, like, unrelated but related topic, what YouTube and like content creation is going to be like in another 20 years when there's a lot of content creators who are now getting into their 30s, you know, like super young, thriving, but like it's gonna be really interesting to see YouTube in a space when a lot of the people who grew up as content creators on YouTube are getting to be in their like I mean, I'm not like, I don't really care about getting old. That's not something that negatively impacts me thinking about it. But it will be interesting to see like content creators who are currently like started out as teenagers are now getting into their 20s and 30s, and some are then having kids and blah blah blah. And like I know a lot of content's moved into like short form and things, so like the TikToks and whatnot being like the more like newer gen of content creators with that like short form content. But I'm really interested to see what happens with all this as like content creators get older, and see, because it's always something that like right now is associated more or less with people being younger in the field of entertainment. But like if we're already still established audiences and things, like I'm curious to see if like that stays or if like we phase out for a new younger group to come in. But then you see like a lot of the hermits, quite a few of them are older and like some have kids, and so I don't know, there's a lot of Minecraft creators who are older. They're more adult than you would expect from Minecraft content creators. I guess your average Minecraft content creator or Minecraft player is into their 20s now. Don't sell out like the rest. I'm sorry, but I have to sell out now for the sake of regular people's income. Wishing best of luck on stream. What? I feel like I've never sold out. I will, I don't know. I feel like there's different, a lot of people call people like content creators sellouts purely because they like pick up a brand integration. But I don't feel that as being sold out. Like it's either, as a content creator, you either have to be making enough money off advertisements, you have to be making enough money off of donations, or you have to be making enough money off of brand integrations and to do it as a full-time job. And whatever that formula lands out, it's different for every content creator about where they land and what allows them to keep the stream on or keep the videos flowing as a full-time thing. Like you got to land on that, and I don't think that's selling out to do it. There is some stuff that's selling out for sure, but it's all about how it's delivered and how it's said. Like it's, you have those people who will turn on a stream and be like, if you guys don't donate $200 right now, I'm ending the stream today. And like really guilting their audience into donating. And like, I will never do that. That absolutely is. The only thing I'll do to that extent is stuff with like misadventures where I'm like, if y'all want to see more of the series, like I need to see more people interacting with it to be able to have it make sense in my space. But that's never something that's like financially reacting to it. That's literally just like, if you want to see more misadventures content, watch the content that's already out there so that I can see that it's being as competitive with views as hardcore, that I can then make more space for it, you know? Like that's the only type of thing that I would ever ask of audience. Outside of that, like I just appreciate y'all showing up. But I will hopefully never get to a point where I'm relying or like really. That's why I don't like the idea of being a full-time streamer. I like that I am more reliant on ad revenue than I am on donations. As much as views change, ad revenue over donations from people just seems a little bit more consistent. Like obviously I can't be like every single month I'm gonna get 4 million views, but like can at least be like, all right, I have a consistent viewership, whereas people are more likely to keep watching videos of their financial stuff changes. And so it just seems safer to be relying on videos instead of donations, like ad revenue. In my content creator opinion. We're out here cleaning out shulker boxes. That's the goal. We're trying our best. Watching your stream while working on embroidery. Ooh, have fun. Yeah, we need to get up there. I'm gonna fill this in. Streaming is kind of like tipping at a restaurant, I guess, a nice extra. I wouldn't say it's exact same. I mean, maybe for smaller streamers who do it for hobbies, but for full-time streamers like that, I guess it kind of is there, but I would almost argue that it's more important to tip wait staff at restaurants than it is to tip streamers. At least in the US. I don't know internationally, elsewhere, but at least in the US, because it is legal for restaurant owners to pay the wait staff less than minimum wage, with the assumption, because tipping is such a common practice, that they will get paid at least minimum wage with their, if not more, when their tips get added up. So for that side alone, I very much, I don't know, I feel like wait staff need to be tipped a lot more than streamers do. At least, yeah, I don't know. That's where I'd land on it, at least, of priority. Yeah, in the UK and things, like, tips are not as common. I know there's some countries where it's even like, if you leave a tip, it's like the restaurant takes it offensively because it's seen as you think they don't pay their wait staff enough, so it's like a shame on the restaurant type thing if you're leaving more money for the wait staff. So it's different where it is, but like at least in the US, like, do I think any little thing that somebody does deserves a 20% tip? No, but if you're at like a sit down restaurant and you're having like a full experience and the wait staff is like helping throughout the entire thing, taking orders, carrying your food over, making sure it's all up to quality and all that, like, then I think the wait staff deserves a good tip. If you're just going through like a line getting a sub sandwich from somebody who's making a dilly, am I going to give a 20% tip? Probably not, unless they were doing something above and beyond what their job entails during it. But yeah, Vietnam, I was chased down the street after tipping because they thought I overpaid. That's funny. Yeah, I think for streamers, because it is something that is like not a traditional job and can very much be done as a hobby, that I think it's something where if you become like a member of a stream, like a Twitch sub or a YouTube member or a Patreon supporter, whatever it is, like, there shouldn't be any obligation. There's very little obligation for that anyways, but there shouldn't be any obligation to donate more beyond that, is kind of my thoughts on it. I mean, I'm always very thankful when people do, but I never have an expectation for anything beyond that. And I always try and offer perks and things for people who are paid subs. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like for wait staff, like, there's like, that's the way that they're able to make a living, where I don't know, I feel like this weird side of like, that's something that needs to be supported as a living because that is more like required for society to function than streamers are. Like, obviously we're here for entertainment and everything along those lines, but like there's a lot more waiters out there and waitresses and wait staff than there are streamers. I guess. Missed the whole stream. Oh, well, you got 3 hours and a 12-minute VOD for you if you want to catch up after. American Mailing, thanks for hanging. You have going, right? I think they respect that there's a high amount of people on vacation, like Spain and blah, blah, and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I know in more touristy places, they definitely capitalize on tips to be able to try and use that American cultures typically have tips. And they're like, we can make more money off of a tourist. And you know what? As you should. If tourists are coming into a place and making it too expensive for locals to live, charge the tourists more. But only if that's going back to the locals. I'm a member largely for the texture pack, not gonna lie. It does help. I love your builds and learn, but the extra support as a member comes from the texture pack. Yeah, no, I totally get that. That's why I was trying to offer the like incentives. Like I really do appreciate people who are just supporters for the sake of it, but I always want to offer a little bit of a incentive for it and be able to share a little bit more about the like the world download and all those things. Like that's all stuff that's more for just as a thank you for people who are supporters. Like this next world download is going to come out and it's going to feel so different compared to the last one. Done. It's already 2 o'clock. There I was. I thought I could build a mountain in a stream. Oh, woe is me. I can't build a whole mountain in a single stream. A 3-hour stream and I can't build a mountain. Oh, what am I even doing? I'm washed up. Hey, Marlon. Welcome on in. Okay, that's pretty good. Sound effects required. Oh, I did bring it down through here, so we will actually. I think I want to. That's kind of just the box shape. I think it's like this line right along here that is where I started doing custom rock. This way. Yeah, that kind of blend into here, and then this is also just generic rock on the back. I need to get up here and just place a grass block in so this can start overgrowing. Do that after. We got one more stack of dirt. I think it's probably smart to keep a few stacks of dirt on me at all times, just so that I can fill in any gaps. We'll keep a few stacks of each thing on us, at least when we're working in these upper areas. Do we get the 1K like spoiler? No, I'm trying to get this mountain done, and then I'll share some. I'll jump into the creative world and show you all a little bit more about where some plans are going, but I need to finish this first for the time lapse. There's all that.
Pleased to meet you.
Dinnerbone, thank you for the tier 1. Appreciate it. Dinnerbone with 1 N. We're getting there, friends. It's just that and down. You can do a subathon or like a long stream to tackle the stuff on your to-do list. In theory, that sounds like, yay, cool, we can get a lot of stuff done, but that sounds so exhausting. I'll be honest, it sounds so exhausting. I've done a few like 12-hour stream days in the past, and they take me multiple days IRL to recover from. Like, not doing good after. I'm a zombie for 2 days after after a 12-hour stream day. I don't know how people do subathons, y'all. Or people are live, like they're like, I'm gonna do a subathon and we're gonna be live until the counter ends. And I'm like, you're gonna do what now? You're gonna just live stream until it's done? And you don't know how long you're gonna be there for? No. Yeah, no, dude. The last subathon, like by the end of it, I was like, oh, I'm done. I'm just not a person who has a lot of energy. Like even after streams like this, we've been here for 3 hours. Like I won't be that productive for the rest of the day. That's why I don't stream more often, is because after a stream, even if we're just chilling, play some blocks like this, I usually am a zombie for a few hours and I got no energy. This time lapse is gonna be so fun to dig through. Get clips out of. Just a 3-hour flashback file. Have you made a piglin trading hall? Yeah, I have 2 piglin I actually have 3 piglin bartering setups. I have one around the nether hub in the perimeter. There's the little pods with piglins in them. And then I now have a very fancy piglin bartering hall trading setup that is on the top of the nether roof. That's not decorated. It's just kind of the ugly redstone-ness behind it, sitting up there floating. Now we also have the OG bartering stations down in the nether itself, which are actually kind of near the base of the tree. So I've got 3 piglin bartering setups that I've added to and grown over my time in this world. I'm at the stage of this world where I'm starting to like really need to upgrade my infrastructure again on certain things. Like there are certain things I was able to get by and get done and just keep moving forward on for a long while, but now there's some that are just like, all right, we really got to start getting these a little bit more ironed out. Like I'm starting to need I need a new iron farm. So I think that can go over in the dwarven area. Get like a big crazy iron farm out there. Something producing like insane amounts of iron per hour. And be able to control all of that just out there would be kind of cool. And then I'll just have to see where it lines up in the nether for portal connections and everything, because I think it might be kind of close to some other stuff. I think it might actually be like right under the Hoglin farm, which could be a problem. But I really like the idea of getting something in the like a big old iron farm in the dwarven area. Some big crazy forge that'll be just producing iron like crazy. Even if we can make it something where a minecart gets loaded up, like a hopper minecart fills up to 5 stacks and then moves across the space, then drops that off into another chest system or something, and make like one of those systems, that could be really cool. Farm updates would be cool to see how they're upgraded. Yeah. Papyrus could use a government like path. They kind of don't really, neither really has like an official governmental branch. Papyrus I always see as like probably like some scholars, some scholarly council of people are the ones running path or Papyrus. It's always kind of what it's been in my brain, just with all the paper and around a lot of like focus on arts and color and grandeur and all that. Like I just see like some crazy like fancy. Oh nope, we're going down. Easy place almost got me. Probably should have just turned it off, but that's okay. I heard Papyrus. Yeah, Papyrus. 'Tis the name of my city. We're just gonna leave the Electron again. We still have to go down from here. I just don't have it showing in the schematic right now. So try and get everything we can from up above. By the way, new sub, welcome in. Love your builds, are all amazing, and I am always flabbergasted at how much time you put into the work. Keep it up. You're amazing. Hey, thanks so much, Fair Blood. Appreciate it. It's been really fun to be able to have a platform to be able to share everything and have the excuse to be able to put so much time into it. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of that guy. A museum would fit great in Papyrus. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we're using Easy Place here to just get things in more quickly instead of needing to right click every single block. Get over here, grab all those, easy. This comes down pretty sharp because I didn't want to get too close to the waterway. So we'll just have to watch it as it's going in. We're definitely gonna have to go from above and get a few that we'll have missed, but that's a-okay. This little line in here, and then we can jump over here, get bam, bam, bam. Okay, getting through it. I'm late. Welcome in, Kiwi. What's your favorite type of plant of the new update? I think the bush. Actually, no, the dry grass. I really like the tall dry grass. Firefly bush I like. I think it's a fun new color to have. I think it's a little bit harder to work with than the other two because it's very repetitive. Whereas the bush is also kind of repetitive. It definitely... I want to add a variation to the bush. A few variations. I think once I wrap up these next few projects and have a little bit more time for myself to explore some new ideas, we're going to get... a new update out for the texture pack that'll have a few variations for the bush, and if I can do the firefly bush too, I will. I think the firefly could just benefit from having a few little bits that have some taller sections and some shorter sections so it doesn't feel so gritty, because right now it's kind of harsh. Let's get in there. Actually, I think we're almost done with all the snow. Stone. Butterfly bush shouldn't have glowing parts on it during the daytime. Yeah, butterflies don't grow. Fireflies though, they do glow. But yeah, also it's a little noisy. I've already removed the glow from the texture pack. So if you have my pack, it is already gone for like the glowing part, which helped a lot. But yeah, no, it's just a very noisy texture, even without the repetition of the little dots, I guess, the pixels that are supposed to signify that it's full of bugs. But I really like the feature of the firefly bush, adding the ambience and the sounds from it. Oh my god, the sound design team in Minecraft is, I swear, one of the best sound design teams in video games. They do such a good job. Oh, they're so talented. But yeah, so it's the firefly bush is great for everything except the texture's just a little noisy. I completely covered this whole area. Whatever. Your fruit trees are great. Makes me wish I could find a pale garden so I can make some too. Pale gardens aren't too bad to find. And can't you buy a... You could go buy a Woodland Explorer map and get to a Dark Oak Forest, and then you'll probably have a pale garden nearby. Can't you buy... Or can you buy a map that'll send you to a pale garden? Isn't that a thing? Crazy. I imagine that. I rather like the Fireblight bush, but with tall grass for sure. Yeah. It does look good for a barley. That's true. No, I think it's good. I think it just, if you're using it in mass quantities, it can be a little repetitive. I think it's awesome dotted in with things, though. I think you've lost it. What'd I lose? Sanity? That was gone a long time ago. Never had that. Been on the internet too long for that. For so many houses, yet there's you still use the starter base. You should upgrade. No, that's my house. Every house out, every other house in here is for the world. I already built my house. I don't need another house. Actually, I did build a house for myself once, and I just never used it. Ew. Oh, I was like, why is this so gross here? No, it's just because it's needs to get right. Need to finish that, and then we'll flip it so we can go look down. Over here. Hee. It's like magic. Pale map isn't a thing, if that's what you're referring to. Okay. I thought it was. I don't know why I thought it was. Well, you can still go find a woodland mansion. Have you ever played Vintage Story? I have not, and I don't really have a whole lot of interest in it. I saw Dallas was playing it, and so I was really interested to see how that was gonna go. I was very curious about the game, but then after I watched him play through it, I was like, yeah, I don't think this is for me. Okay, we missed a few little tiny spots. That one up above on there I'm not doing because it's just kind of a random thing sticking out. Alright, so we've swapped that to there now, so now we can see everything below us. It's going to be a little bit laggier on just the framiness, because there's a lot more blocks being loaded in. That's okay. No, we haven't done the 1K like teaser yet. We'll get to that. We'll get to that soon, don't worry. I'm making y'all wait. I just don't want to log out yet because I don't want to cut this time lapse in half. Even though I'm already going to divide it up into small sections, I just prefer to have it all in one file. Almost 10,000 days, yeah. 94 days left. Y'all, what should I make for dinner tonight? I need to go to the grocery store and buy some food to cook. We had barbecue chicken salad last night. It was great. It turned out really good. We found this farmer's market a while back that we went to for the first time, and they had a group there that was selling they had a whole stall dedicated around just barbecue seasonings, and so we're like, and they were doing taste tests, and so we tried some, and they were really good. And last night was the first time we used one. It was really, really yummy. Chicken tikka masala, that could be good. We did have Thai food on Sunday, though, so I guess that's Indian food. quite different. I think maybe gravel for around the base of the river would probably help, adding shading. Yeah, I want to do some gravel, but then I have to deal with adding in blocks underneath. So it might be coarse dirt instead for simplicity, or even like potentially like some light gray terracotta or something, because then we can place like dry grass and dead bushes on top of it, or you can't do that on gravel. It'd look more like a clay than a gravel though. Try buildstone. There it is, to the bingo card. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, buildstone stuff is cool. I try to not to build lag machines in my world though. Well, the red, it's because I used an edit on the schematic so that it would show as dirt even though it's actually all grass. So it just makes it easier so I can use easy place for placing in dirt. Middle mouse click to grab more and whatnot. It's buildstone. It's that thing Mumbo's been popularizing with making redstone builds that are purely for aesthetic stuff. Like he has a fan with pale oak trapdoors that looks like it's actually turning, but it's just trapdoors that are getting turned on and off in a certain order. That's buildstone. Now Mumbo's doing it, so everybody else says that I should also do it. Which, I mean, Mumbo's good at deciding things that are going to be popular. He's got a knack for that in the Minecraft community. Mumbo's kind of known as a trendsetter. So maybe a good idea, but I don't know. I feel like it doesn't really fit my vibe. And also it caused so much lag. Like, so much lag. A word for that? There is now, yeah. Alright, I'm not gonna send that down. I can just stay up there. I feel like I just like did the bottom half of this and then just didn't take it all the way up for like a custom rock face. This is very obviously that is gross. I used that like super sphere tool I was talking about way earlier in stream to make all the shapes for this. And I kind of really don't like that. Put a prison or jail for path. I don't think I need to include that in my Minecraft world. If you want to build a jail or something in your own Minecraft world, you're more than welcome to, but the only thing I would ever do that for again, just because I've done it once before, is just like for hostile mobs. I built like a prison in Hardcore Season 2 for trying to capture all the hostile mobs. That's really all I would do that for again. Which we still need to build the museum. Maybe that's something. Actually, that museum needs to get a lot of blocks removed because I need to bring that mountain down before we can build it. But that's a project that we could do somewhat soon. Kind of forgot about it. This is the last corner, though, I think. Do we have enough? Nope, we got 19 stone on us. I gotta go get more.
Pleased to meet you.
Hey fWhip. I watched
Hi.
the river carving video and decided to fix the lake on my world. Mad respect for you, dear.
Sorry for your free time. Beatrice, thank you for the 21 months. I appreciate it. Good luck on that. Good luck. That is the grind. I mean, it's great. Super fun. Very easy. Takes no time at all. That's all we have left. Dang. We're doing it. Oh, we missed him over there. Really? I got all it? I did. Wow. And then bam, that's it. One mountain down. This will probably take pretty close to the 90 days we got left. How many days we got left now? Dude, we've done a lot of days in stream today. Yeah, we have 93 days left. But there it goes. I'm gonna actually finish this. What is it called? I think it's, I want to say 7. I don't know. Yeah, we didn't even go through all of our pork chops yet. It's looking pretty decent. I think I could still use a little bit more love. But I mean, I think the important part is from all the way back here. It feels like a mountain. And that's what matters. Does it have a few clunky elements? Sure. It always will. It's a mass landscape. Not everything's gonna be perfect. But from back here, to me that feels pretty mountainy. That feels pretty mountainy. We'll shade it later. No intent on shading anything in this video. Purely this video is all about emptying shulkers. Yeah, natural looking rocks also are clunky. It's true. Put that back. Put you back. You back. I think that was the one I drained. Oh, that's full. We didn't really use that much dirt. Oh, we already put all the dirt empty boxes into there. I need to go repair my electros soon. So before I started today, I had 12 cleared, and now that's bringing us up to a lot more than 12. So I had to there cleared before this mountain. That mountain was all of those. Mount Rainier vibes? No, that's going to be back towards that big old pillar back there. That's going to the world height. Which I honestly think with this project, I want to increase the world height. I think I want to increase the world height. We can use the data pack to increase world height and go up further. Math equal. Yeah, thank you, Mandolin. I appreciate that you noticed my great mathing skills. All right, here's your little spoiler. So you see we got that in there. We can go in here to configure, and we can turn off the west one, and we can turn on the central one. And it's gonna be... Is it loading in? Ooh. We're kind of, that's, ignore that. That's still kind of temporary. But that's, we're bringing this middle point up into like a larger bluff, and then it's gonna kind of cascade up further over that way. So the middle is still going to be hills, and I kind of want to start bringing the mountains back towards the middle, and then in the middle is going to be like the big guy. Yeah, y'all can have that one, and then we can do turn off central, and we can turn on east. This one might break my computer because it's a bit. Oh, right. Let me just do. This will break my computer. Super nice. Yeah. Okay, there it goes. Look at that. See that? Look at that mountain over there. Yeah, look at that thing coming in. So the spoiler is more mountain. Exactly. Shell, you were kicked from the Discord for not listening to the mod team. Just so you know. That's why you were removed from the Discord and can't join again. So we got that mountain, we're gonna have that mountain, we're gonna have the middle. It's gonna be so scenic. It's gonna be really, really cool when it's done. All right, yeah, I definitely need to clean these things up and go get more supplies before I continue. Electrofix. You mean bigger than that? Yeah, this guy's small compared to that one. Because that one over there is, that's 43,000 stone. I mean, we don't need all that. We do need all that, though. But yeah, there's a wee little bit. Actually, I think that needs to be refreshed. Yeah, 90,000 stone. I got that easy. Mountains for days. Yeah, we'll see how much we can get done on that. Because this one, this one only took about 10-20 days. And that one, I might need to move base camp over there after I do the middle. But it shouldn't take, that's probably with Litematica, that's probably like 40 days of building. This one, and then the middle is probably another 10 days. So I'll have like 30-40 days left after I can figure out other things to do. But my friends, what I'm gonna go do is go eat some lunch because I'm hungry. Thank you so very much for hanging today. I really do appreciate it. Y'all have been absolutely amazing. Thank you for all the support on the YouTubes, the Twitches, and all that cool stuff. Let's see who is live right now. Let's go raid Exuma. We haven't raided Exuma for a long time. He's chilling, doing some Minecraft minigame stuff. Looks like they're checking out tunnel rats. And we will see. Yeah, it looks like they're hanging and doing some games on there. So we'll go raid Exuma. Thank you so very much for hanging today, my friends. With that, I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye-bye. New video tomorrow. Really cool new hardcore video dropping tomorrow. Should be super fun. So thank you all so very much. I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye.